Hello, I'm Austin Townend, and welcome to the Bottlecap Brigade, the best D&D campaign you'll ever encounter. We're the live stream that gets drunk, talks about D&D, but doesn't play it right. That's right, we poke holes through the rules of D&D just like our friends' condoms.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Invite me over, man. You know?
The cruelest.
My God.
Sick jokes.
How did you get access to my condoms?
I'm just at his house, you're like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm like,
Let me go through your nightstand or drawers.
so weird. It's like,
Everyone keeps their condoms in different places.
Yeah. I keep them in my shoes.
Same.
Which is normal, yeah, and that's what everybody
The
does.
left one.
You have those old school kangaroo shoes from the 90s or the 80s or whatever that had the pocket
With
on
the
the side of
little
them?
zipper. Yeah. Saucony or, right? That one?
What?
Isn't that the brand name?
Zambonis.
Never mind.
Zambo.
Yeah, right. Well, I hope you guys all enjoy the new pirate version of Austin, because I'm going to be rocking it for about 2 months, but eventually I'll have a cool, nifty eyeball. But until then, let's introduce the Bottlecap crew.
I'm keeping it hostage.
Yes, it's your... Please give it back. I just noticed that I don't laugh as much when it's at my expense, so that's good to know. I'll work on that.
Weird.
Oh man, no, it's all good. That's funny. Our first player's favorite movie. Our first player's favorite movie is National Treasure and puts his underwear on backwards for the sport of it. It's Sam Gates as Darrow.
I put my underwear on both backwards and upside down. That way it breathes better and releases the balls.
Yes, and it's more of a challenge, which is
Release.
what you love, as far as I understand.
Sweet release.
Well, our next player is someone who has an imaginary friend named Marcellus Wallace, and no, she does not think that he looks like. It's Cat Tim, the Toolman Taylor.
Marcellus Wallace. Oh my God. Yeah, that's good. That's a throwback. I don't have anything other to say, and then that's perfect.
Yeah, they were like, I gave you like 2 90s references in that one, so that was pretty good. That's a good day.
It's perfect. 90s kid.
Yeah, aren't we all? Except Sam, who's 47. All right, now this inspiring individual is the captain of a ship named Motion in the Ocean. It's Taylor Hawker as Togu. And he froze, but just know that he's normally very fluid.
That's him.
I've never described someone as fluid, and I don't know if that was a good time to do that, but I did.
We're made of 80% water. So.
Yeah. I have no idea what you said. I just want to say thank you. It was very sweet of you. I'm just assuming it was very nice.
Yep.
And 100% accurate. So
It went swimmingly, I can tell you that much. Well, hey, thank you. Our next player covers their body in talcum powder every night before bed and reminds themselves that mommy loves them. It's Joe Fritz as Tack/Parrot.
But she don't. She raised a bad boy.
That was the right person to give that intro to. I wasn't sure at first, but it worked out really well. So, love that.
Oh, that was so good.
Our next player truly believes he is the third musketeer and often says that socks are an abomination from hell unless combined with sandals. It's Austin Von Johnson as Airdris.
I wear 2 pairs of socks and sandals. One on my feet and one on my feet.
I was hoping on the sandals.
Over the sandals. I like that. You finally have a use for socks. Yeah, right. Well, our last player is the inventor of a new sport combining parkour, knife juggling, and divorce litigation. It's Miranda Hikila Palacio as Mars.
Watch out! Here it comes!
Break up your marriage.
Oh, the to slice up your marriage. That's
Hey!
That's
Wow.
Yes!
Nice.
Yay!
Should we open a firm together? Is that what I'm getting?
Maybe, yeah.
We just become Firm best friends?
Firm best friends.
We're firm friends. We are firm friends.
I avoided firm friends. Firm friends didn't seem right at all. It had
You
College
shouldn't have.
tofu.
Oh my god, I run straight head first into firm friends. That's what I do.
Yes.
You see a firm friend, you just run right at them. Well,
Run right
anyway,
at
before we talk about that anymore, I'd like to just nip that in the bud if I can. Austin, if you could not pace back and forth for a minute, I just need a couple minutes of your time. There was that thing that was really bugging you, and I think
Gonorrhea.
I think it's a good time. If you want to take it away?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll be right back. I gotta go get him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got here as quickly as I could. What's up, everybody? Jarvis here in the house. I tell you, my downstairs is chafing harder than a bunch of llama meat on a fajita platter. God. Okay, here's the deal. I'm here to deliver a message to Keith Mitchum. Keith Mitchum, I hope you're watching right now, and if you're not, we're gonna send you a little tidbit of this video. I'm sorry, my brain's a little like here and there right now, because I've been hanging out, making sweet love with a whole bunch of swamp nymphs. Here's the deal. Let me tell you guys a little something about swamp nymphs. I understand, right, that maybe society doesn't find them physically attractive, like their forest nymph siblings. But here's the deal: swamp nymphs get freaky. They get creepily freaky. Is what I'm saying. Like once you pile in there to the orgy ball, it's freakier than a whole bunch of hermit crabs playing Where's the Cheesy Bread. And let me tell you where the cheesy bread is. It's always in my butthole. I keep that nice and warm. It's like a Domino's pizza warming station. Just keeps it warm until it gets to your front door. Anyway, Keith Mitchum, you are an incredible individual. I want to tell you a very happy birthday from everyone from Magna, but definitely from me, your pal Jarvis. Everybody else, Keith, is one of our Patreon members, patrons, supporting everything that happens in the world of Magna. And you can be a Patreon member too. Just head over to patreon.com/the Bottlecap Brigade and sign up there. We won't ask for any like serious, important information, because you want to keep that safe. Keep it safe from the government that's building all the Wizard 5G towers, trying to take over your minds and your hearts. Hold on to your hearts, everybody. Now, anyway, Keith, a very happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for your support and everything that you've been doing. I gotta go and get my vaccine. I know that might surprise some of you, but here's the deal. I've caught on to the government's little plan here, okay? Because they're anticipating everybody's not going to get the vaccine because we don't want to get the computer chips up in our bodies so that they can control us with their magic. But I'm seeing through their reverse psychology, and I am going to get it, so I'm protected from your 5G wizard tower bull crap. I'll be back later. Happy birthday, Keith Mitchum, and sign up for our Patreon, everyone else, at patreon.com/the Bottlecap Brigade. Okay, toodles.
Happy birthday, Keith!
Happy birthday, Keith!
Oh,
Happy birthday,
you
Keith!
old
Love
guy.
that.
You beautiful bastard.
That was a little far, Joe, but it's fine. Thank you, Austin. I couldn't remember your character's name.
Thanks, Jarvis. See you later, buddy.
Thanks, Jarvis. Appreciate you, man.
His name's Jarvis.
Jarvis, I hope that you never return, but I do love and appreciate you.
I'd rather have Jarvis than Brick.
That's true. I would too, actually. That's fair. Yeah, right. Sorry that our thing gets rearranged sometimes, guys, but just if you're watching this, you're probably used to a lot of things going wrong anyway, so just deal with it. And as always, I want to remind everyone watching that you are indeed our family and are just as much part of the Bottlecap Brigade as any of us here. So thank you for being a part of our campaign and know that you deserve to treat yourself to some amazing new dice sets. Go to diceenvy.com/thebottlecap Brigade and grab some dice, and in turn, you'll be supporting us, which is pretty cool. For your own campaigns at home or online, you can go to incarnate.com and create your own customized maps to help fully flesh out your next town, city, country, or even ethereal plane! Thank you again for watching, and you can support us again at patreon.com/thebottlecap Brigade. All right, well, without further ado, are you guys down to score some bottle caps?
No.
See,
Yay!
this is actually my fear of trying to get you guys to be the hype man of the group, because I know it's gonna fall flat and it just dies.
Yay! Yeah!
I clipped
Oh,
that
God.
just for our stream. Oh no. Love you, Miranda, for when
Miranda
you
was like,
watch
bottle
this later.
caps? Bye.
She's like, nah, too much. Too much of this fake hype stuff. I'm out. Like,
Well, she's like, Sam said no, so I thought we were gonna take a week off.
that meant no means no, you know, and she was out.
Actually, I think Miranda
Oh,
has finally
man.
come to light that Miranda's definitely afraid of bottle caps. So every time
Yes.
you're like,
That's what it
let's
is.
score some bottle caps, she's like,
Anything but
got
that.
to her this week.
I gotta get out of here. Yeah. Well, I hope she comes back. She's got a great background. There's some mushrooms in the corner. Looking good. That's fine. Who needs her, right? We'll just dive in. I'm gonna have Twitch open. I want to see what people are saying, but just know that I appreciate you guys. All right.
Grace is talking shit about dial-up.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I'll open that up so I can be a part of that. It's very important. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe Miranda died. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it.
There she is. Hi, Miranda.
Hey!
Hi, Miranda!
Neat.
Hey,
funny to see you here.
Everybody's frozen, but you guys can hear me and see me. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nito
We can
Bambino.
smell you too.
Ooh, okay.
Oh. Some reason.
All the phones in the house are not on the Wi-Fi.
Word. Turned it all off. All right, guys. Well, without further ado, let's score some bottle caps. Welcome to episode 47, The Last Key.
Bum bum bum. Here,
God,
since
even my
Taylor's
cell phone is
bullshit.
lagging.
Here, I'll fix it. Did that
about
help?
Yes.
I
There
got
it
it.
is.
There we go.
There we go.
Or more accurate for my Wi-Fi.
That's good.
Mine too.
Yeah. Let's see how many times I'm gonna get kicked off and how many times Taylor sounds like Chuck. All right, well, welcome to the episode 47, The Last Key. Doing the right thing always ends better than it starts. It may be hard to overcome the urge to choose the easy, self-focused path when it's so much shorter than the hard and difficult one. There's always a choice and always a reward, whether that reward was positive or negative. For our 6 heroes, this reward was not tangible, but was invigorating. They had not only freed Magna from the scourge that was D's Nuts Almond Milk Company, but aided a troubled soul along the way. The young goblin named Sylvania, he changed the name, Sylvania, was finally reunited with her people who had suffered a terrible fate. They defeated the powerful Lactose the Intolerable and finally brought justice to Sylvania's troubled lineage. Now they look upon the remaining few that survived in the Druid organization with hope in their eyes. They will rebuild their culture, home, and dignity and create a new, powerful ally for their brigade to rely upon one day. Sylvania thanks the brigade for their efforts and gives them gifts, some of which are a few timber wolves to ride on for their journey to Carousel. She even found 2 small pony unicorns for Tak and Togu to mount. After many hugs and exchanges of kindness and appreciation for each other, Sylvania turns to the group and says, "These animals were temporary gifts. They cannot go further than Stein Canyon, and they will need to return. You have quite a treacherous journey ahead of you all, friends. The road to Carousel is not a kind one. Do be safe."
Party.
Is there
Cool.
is there anywhere we can like hire a carriage or pay someone to take us places so we don't have to like walk
Yeah,
the
and
whole fucking way there?
Darrow, have you never ridden a Timberwolf before? What's the deal?
No, I've ridden my disc. You twat.
Well, why don't you just ride your disc then?
Well, I guess I could do that, but
Yeah.
I was trying to make my friends more comfortable and get you a nice carriage, but I guess that doesn't work. So
What do you who could be? I mean, everybody else is like super comfortable, and like Eridris is like petting his Timberwolf that he has. It's like, Togu, how's your unicorn pony?
I kind of like his horn. He seems pretty
Yeah.
nice. Guys, this is
Um,
Cupcake.
Eridris kind of looks out over at Mars right before she disappears.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
how'd she do that?
Yeah. Anyway, Darrow, why don't you just like throw a little rope around your Timberwolf and you can ride your disc like it's a carriage, but then your Timberwolf can pull it and it'll be like just that little bit cooler.
okay, fine. And I want to take my flesh tube and put 2 ends of rope in it and put the flesh tube in the Timberwolf's mouth like a bit.
Round
I-
2 of the old flesh tube bit.
I lean over to Tack and I'm like, I forgot that. Oh, Tack, you're awake.
Where are we? You guys giving me butt
Well,
diddlers again?
When was the first time?
I look over at Darrow.
Yeah, Tack,
Did you?
Tack, I think you're gonna be okay. Just don't worry too much about why you're sore all over and
My
why
whole
you
body
feel
hurts.
why you feel a little bit discombobulated. You can sit on my egg while we travel to where the fuck we're going. You want to sit on my egg, little friend?
The dragon egg?
Yeah.
Can
Let's
the,
specify which egg. please.
can the pony sit on the disc too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Okay.
You can sit on the pony and the pony can sit on my egg and you can both sit on the disc. You want to do that, little friend?
Yeah,
It tussles
I
over there.
do.
Oh, okay. Well,
I feel like shit, but yes.
get the fuck up there. I'd
I'll
like
get
to
the
give
fuck
him.
up there.
I'd like to give him some rat meat, some rancid rat meat, to try to make him feel better.
Yeah.
Cool.
makes me feel better.
How
I
much
grab
of
it
this
and I-
meat do you have? Because I feel like
Yeah, how bad do you smell with all this?
I have
rancid
a
crap?
I have a few rats worth of rat meat. Honestly, I don't
Austin,
have
that is a very, very personal question, and I feel uncomfortable with you asking.
I have enough of it.
I grab one of the rats.
yeah, as you should.
Now just eat it whole. Eat it whole.
Oh God.
Okay, let's go. Gotta fight this one off so I don't puke again. Let's go. Let's just go.
Yeah, and you guys look around, right? And your understanding is there's very few survivors, right? I think there were maybe like 8 or so from maybe a group of 100 or 200 that were part of the Druid organization, and out of those 8, you now only see Sylvania and 2 others with all these dead bodies from what Lactose had done and clearly murdered a lot of the Druid organization members. And so it was kind of interesting when you asked if there's any carts, because it's just Darrow, because it's absolute destruction all around you, and then you're in the middle of a forest, so there's very little. Her offering these wolves and these very majestic and rare pony unicorns to you guys is quite a gift.
Can I? Do I know if the pony unicorns have any like magic essence that I can steal from them?
Give Voldemort.
Yeah.
Magic
I mean-
essence you could steal from them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is Darrow just Voldemort?
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
think so. With
might as well be.
rancid rat meat.
Yeah.
He's
my
gonna
God.
sneeze and his nose falls off later. We're like, oh my god.
Ah,
I can speak to snakes, so we got that going.
Can you?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
can you understand snakes?
I can understand snakes. I haven't talked to Austin whether or not I can like speak back to them or not, but I would. I would.
So
Under-
you can. So you know what Steve says.
I do, and I have never thought about that. I didn't think about that as a thing that mattered.
Daryl was like, sorry, I just understand snake. I don't speak it.
That's life.
That's
Jeez. I'm like quickly looking. Is it on your character?
It's
Is it
in
like
my
on your-
other possessions for some reason.
In your possessions.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't. I'm not pretending to have a really good memory of why I could do that.
Maybe I gave something to you that let you speak the snakes, and we drank too much, and that happens a lot.
Maybe that happens.
Most
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So she turns to you guys and she's like, "What? Well, I think it's about time that I start working on the old crypt, really building up my underground temple. So I think I'm gonna start doing that now."
Do you want me to excavate some dirt for you in return for the unicorns and the secret to their magic?
And she's like,
Give me the secret to their magic.
"Oh, honey, you're sweet." And she just you see her just lift up all of this dirt and create this mound and move everything around. It's clearly quite a powerful druid in front of you.
I want to use shape earth to make a little mound of dirt into a phallic shape. Penisy, as they
Yeah.
say in Magna.
Okay, so is this a repeat of the clay guards goal?
Just like a smaller one. Just like a smaller penis looking object.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's like, this is like deja vu or something. It's like, Daryl, is that you?
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
no.
it is.
to know
Oh,
so
no,
well. She
Buzz.
knows who it is right away. Ugh.
Right, well,
Oh,
well, thank you,
no,
Daryl.
no,
I'll never
no.
destroy this monument that you made.
Thank you. I really, more than anything, I just want to be remembered by all of the friends that I've made here in this very short amount of time.
It does
We're off.
resemble your face, quite remarkably.
Yep. Yep, I'm a dick face. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and never forget the Rothsbrook family name when we come and bulldoze your entire forest.
Is this
for
the
development
Rothsbrook
territory?
emblem that you made?
Yes, it's part of it. It's the lower third of the sigil is a penis.
What are the other parts of your
Cannon.
sigil?
Cannon.
Penises.
Cannon.
They're all it's 3.5 different penises that are all.
That's your family crest. That your fathers and your fathers before them made for your family.
Yep.
I see.
Is that strange to your people?
No. Good day, sir.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful time, and when we bulldoze your forest, just make sure you say thanks, the Rothsbrooks. Bye.
Goodbye, friends. I will always miss you.
I want to make eye contact with Sylvania and just be like, "No one's gonna bulldoze your forest. That's not gonna happen."
I'm gonna bulldoze.
I'm gonna look at everyone and go, "What the fuck's a bulldozer?"
It's a sleeping cow.
Ah.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Yeah. All right, so you guys start to leave, and let's change up. It feels like a music change, right? But also, I want to say that two of you, Tak and Togu, you guys are on some dope pony unicorns. The rest of you were supplied, except for Esmeralda, with a Timberwolf to ride, because Esmeralda already has a pretty dope horse that she's always had, as far as I understand.
Celine Dion.
Oh yeah, you named it Celine Dion.
I did
I thought
name
you were
it
just
Celine
saying
Dion.
that for no reason. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm just the person who goes, Celine
Celine
Dion.
Dion. Why not? Maybe she's born with it. Okay, so
Maybe it's Celine Dion.
thank you. You expanded on my joke much better than I would have. So you guys start on your journey to Carousel. You're in like a small forest for Magna, but still a fairly large sized forest for you to pass through. And as you guys are making like through these trees and kind of going in like the general direction, Daryl, you just have your wait, is Tack sitting on the disc?
On my pony.
On the disc.
On the
disc.
egg on the disc.
Yeah.
It's a real Horton Hears a Who situation on top of the disc.
God, Jesus.
It's a Russian doll scenario here. Daryl, what is the weight limit of floating?
500
tapes?
pounds. It's 500 pounds.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, I'm like
Okay.
Tack got the really overweight pony.
And I'm using the flesh tube to steer the
Bill the pony?
the beast that I'm riding.
You're using what?
That's pulling
Gotcha.
them. Right?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Super. No, we got the full visual here. After maybe 2 or 3 hours, you guys eventually make it to the edge of this forest. And as you come to this clearing, it almost seems somewhat desert-like. And you watch as like the plants slowly turn from green to like this yellow to very little plants. And over to your right, you just see this endless kind of expanse of these like plains kind of. And then over to the left, you do see that there was a path that went through the forest that you guys had clearly not been on, but excited to see that a path came from the forest and started to head north between two like large bluffs.
Oh, good for you, Path. Good job. So good to see.
You Pat.
Tack describes the path to everyone.
Now, Tack, was there anything scary about the path, or do you think we should go down it?
Yeah, let's go down this path. Right, Bill?
Pets the pony.
Oh.
It's at this moment, Tack, that you look down at Bill, and it's definitely like a senior pony. It has some
Even
years
better.
under its belt, and you just see that it has like a lot of spots, but it's due to age, not genetics. And
Liver spots.
as you
They're liver spots.
On a unicorn.
as you say this, you're like, isn't that right, Bill? You just hear.
Do not kill this pony. Please don't kill this pony.
I don't kill anything, man. Okay.
Okay.
As long as it's not.
Just on.
Just on.
Oh man, still hurts. So you guys are gonna go towards the path, is that right?
Yep.
What time of day is it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm trying to think what it was last time. Our campaigns are strange because we don't ever like 8 hours of day, then we go to bed, and then rinse, repeat. It's just like an endless day. I'm gonna say that it is starting to get late now. I'm gonna go with 8 p.m.
So which of these
Tack,
paths is the one to Carousel?
Yeah, do we have a map? I've been a little out of it.
Yeah, I don't know why you're following my directions. I've been asleep.
Well, we trust you, little buddy.
Didn't you describe the path to us, or was I just
Yeah.
not paying attention?
I just looked what was in front of me, and I described it to you.
Oh, I see. All right. I clearly wasn't paying attention then. Okay,
All that
so how far
halfling
away?
leaf.
Did we get a map from Sylvania?
No, I've really been talking it up.
Oh no. Yeah, you definitely
Oh,
spoke something.
All I heard is I've been toking it up.
Yeah. Which I you maybe don't
Oh
need
no,
any more
did I
context.
freeze?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, so that's all we got.
My
It was
Wi-Fi is
perfect.
high. Oh.
Oh,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Yeah, so you guys go over to the path that Tack described so eloquently after just freshly waking up from his extremely long slumber. Tack, you did sleep through an entire fight, a journey all the way from the city to the Druid organization, a long screaming conversation with the Queen, and ultimately the death of many people, kind of a genocide almost of a whole organization. So
Yeah, I watched the episode.
but you woke up, so
Mhm.
I'm glad you watched it. I
This
always say-
whole section is just Tack being like, I had the weirdest dream, and he just describes what happened last session.
This whole thing is just a dream that Joe is having.
Just secretly sleep paralysis. You are all my demon.
What path are we on right now?
Okay, so you guys weren't actually on a path. You just broke through the forest in the direction that she had pointed you. And when you came out of the forest into that clearing, you did see a path over to the left as Tack described. You guys, let's say you went over there, and there was a path that goes back into the forest. Seems to be like the fast way, you know, if you guys had gone, but you had to go to the Druid organization, so you went a weird way. But there is a path that cuts right through the forest and goes to Marin. And then that's looking to the left, and then looking over to the right, you do see this road that reaches these two bluffs in the distance. Like it's basically like a cavern almost. Not a cavern, a canyon? Canyon.
Ooh.
Her boss.
Yeah.
There's two canyons right in front of you.
Canyon.
Could I send
what is it?
Ong out in front to scout it out?
Yeah.
Okay, and I just want to say, Ong, you giant piece of shit, tell me what the fuck is up there. Go. Go. Go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just looking to see how long we've been streaming. Yeah. So, yeah. Ong's like, well, fuck you, and it takes off flying.
Hi, Jesus Christ, I'm
I
sorry,
love
you
that.
guys. He usually isn't such a fucking idiot.
Butterflies.
I
why
look
don't
at
you,
everybody.
Why don't you have him join? And I send some butterflies to go with Ong too.
Yeah.
Little party.
Okay. Only Darrow
I look at
hears
everybody after. I look at everybody after Darrow was like, "Sorry, he's never this rude," and I look at everybody like, "He always says fuck you, right? Is that just me? He's always this
Yeah.
rude." Like, okay, just making sure. Cool. I think I'm still hungover. This is fine.
This. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
here, take some of this. I pass you my joint.
I take the longest drag off of it.
Just
Like,
why don't you just keep it for a while? Just keep it. It's yours.
Do
it's
you
yours.
poof up? Do you...
yeah, I poof up very slowly.
But it's like
And then,
it's like the cartoon when the guy does a cigarette and it just goes the entire way.
Yeah, exactly like that. And then I give Mars the butt of
The
it.
little
and I'm
roach?
like,
I'll
Yeah.
keep it for
yeah,
later.
little roach, thank you.
She's like,
I smoke. I'm cool. I know what those are, and I give it to her.
Thank you, darling. I'm sure we'll
Thank
want this later.
Ew.
You're welcome.
I think it's at this moment that you guys all realize that you somehow have been hearing Darrow's bird, who only he has a telepathic communication with, and it blows your mind.
Oh,
See, now it's canon. See how that works?
Yep.
Okay.
Now
Oh,
everyone
no.
knows.
Yeah. Now everyone
Hydrate.
can hear him audibly.
Also, while we're waiting for Ong to scout up ahead with the butterflies, I would like to take the letter with a sealed emblem of a G on it and break it open and say, "You guys, I found this letter in the lactose person's house. I think we should all read it together." And I want to bust it open.
Okay.
The lactose person's house?
Yeah, well, the milk factory that we burned down. I don't know. I'm fucking
Oh.
tired.
It was a
Adris.
factory, not so much a house.
That's close
Fine.
enough.
I was just clarifying. I was wondering where that. Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even know where we're at right now. I just,
All I know is I am loving Cupcake. He is my dude. What's up, Cupcake?
You do look
What
quite
does-
fetching on him. Somebody needs to draw you.
Yeah, you really,
Thanks,
Togu, you
Mom.
only have to like just sit on him. You don't have to like hug him the whole time as you're riding him. Just a regular sit down is fine.
Why don't you ride your Timberwolf the way you want to ride your Timberwolf, and I'll ride. No, you're right. I'm gonna relax a little bit, and then he's gonna sit back up and ride it normal again.
It's just better for your
And I
back.
think Togu's gonna like reach to grab the horn, and be like, "No, I can't." And just sit.
Okay, Daryl, can you you open this? What languages do you speak? Read.
Well, apparently I can hear snake, but I also have celestial, common, and infernal in my actual languages slot.
Okay, so you don't speak this language. When you open up this letter and you look at it, it seems like a pretty beat up letter. Like it's been sitting a while. And it's been through some things. I guess that's the phrase I want to go with. But you can make out, you can attempt to understand some of the wordage if you would like to roll. Let's just go with intelligence. I can't think of a specific
Fine,
skill.
yeah, and I want to share
Is it
it with
history?
everyone too. I'm not trying to be like sneaky about it,
Let's
but
do history. That feels good.
so if it's a history, I got a fucking 15.
Okay. Yeah. So he pulls out this letter, guys, and it seems kind of beat up, maybe even burned in some places. It's got some liquid damage, and you see Darrow just squinting at this thing, trying to figure it out for a while. And after a couple minutes, Darrow, this is what you're able to decipher. You're not able to figure out the beginning of this sentence, but you just see, "For now, use this armor. I'll send my servant soon to see the progress."
Can we
I'm
tell
assuming-
what language it is?
Yeah, can I say, does anyone know what the fuck language this is? I can read it, but I don't know why.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I want to look
Is
at
it
it.
snake?
Oh, first
we're
roll
all
the
just
venom. I
like-
need dice.
Ooh. Do
Well,
it.
can we like
Are
even
we-
identify the language at all?
I mean, you guys can tell me all the languages you speak.
Primordial.
I speak Giant and Elvish.
I speak celestial, primordial, and deep.
Oh, deep
Deep
speech.
speech. Fuck yeah.
Common, dwarvish,
Nice.
elvish, goblin.
Common, Elven, Elvish, Gnomish. Obviously.
And bearded.
Does the gnomish language sound? Togu, I haven't met many gnomes. Nor have I heard them speak it.
So
Go ahead and speak Gnomish right now in this
Yeah.
company.
Please.
Tell you what.
We could do it in private if
throw
you
in
prefer.
Oh, gross.
Mars, what languages do you speak again?
Giant, Common, and Elvish.
Okay, I'm gonna say, because of where you're from, you understand this language somewhat. And so you make out a little bit more than Daryl would. So it's the same thing where you see, "For now, use this armor. I'll send my servant soon to see the progress. Don't disappoint me." And then you see it signed, Griald.
Well, it's definitely from Griot. He's sending a servant to check out Nutman's armor. Do you think he's trying to, I don't know, replicate it, mass produce it of some way, provide himself some protection?
I have a
I mean-
feeling Griald was probably just trying to pimp out the guy, Lactose the Intolerable. Set him up with, you know.
I mean, but if he just sent this type of armor just to like a peon, imagine what other armor he might have or what other magic he might have if we try to take on Griel.
That's
Whatever.
true. I mean, there were some pretty good sized nuts on that armor, but imagine the nuts that Griel must have.
Yeah.
I bet his nuts are insane.
Austin, do I know
Or, like-
anything about Griald or like the magic that he can command from what I've seen? Do I have any sort of like insight into that?
I think you've asked me this before, and it's very different than what you would have learned at some school.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That sounded
I just-
negative. It's
that
not
shit
it's
they
not
don't teach you
normal
in
on.
Yeah, it's just like
the-
weird shit.
It's very strange. Yeah, very deep magic.
Street magic.
Cool.
David Blaine.
Follow the queen. All right, here we go.
All right.
Jesus! Anyway.
All right. So you guys.
I got that.
Ong. Ong.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Ong lets you know so that it's currently talking telepathically, right? Because it's far away, so only Darrow hears this. Because you only hear it when it's near you. Anyway, it's fine. And so,
Okay.
Darrow, you just hear it like, fuck boy,
What? What on?
can you hear me?
What do you see, boy?
2 pass, left or down.
Left or down? Good. Fly into the down. See what's down there.
Fuck you.
Okay, go do it.
Okay. And it just starts flying down. Like, it goes really far.
Okay, keep on going.
You just hear nothing for a little bit, like wind, and then eventually you're like,
Are you dead?
I went down
Okay, what's down there?
the ground.
Okay. Is there
He's just
like any?
sticking up out of the ground.
Is,
like-
is there any sewage or just normal ground down there?
It hurts.
Okay, well get out of there. Fly up and tell me what's on the path. Get out of there. Go on.
It flies up and explains to you that it didn't see anything interesting. There were maybe some like etching into the bottom of the cavern, like lots of people, almost like people like spray painted, like left, different kind of markings and symbols. And he did think it was like kind of strange because he saw like a rock like kind of rumble for a second and stop.
Okay. I turn to everyone and say, well, so there's a hole in the ground that we should probably go down. And there's also probably like some rock golems or something that are gonna fuck us up. So I
Well,
don't
we could
know.
stealth through this hole, this cave that you're talking about. I could cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
That'd be dope, and I can feather fall us all the way down there, so it's not like a problem.
Oh, it's like a
This-
straight down hole. Not a
I
cave.
guess Ong seemed to kind of have to skydive down in there.
Is this the quickest route to Carousel?
I don't know.
I'm not
Does anybody
familiar
have
with
a
getting
map?
to it this way. We don't have a
I
map.
feel like
We get a map.
What? Weren't you guys talking to Sylvania?
somebody got a
at one
map.
point?
I feel like Tat got a map.
I thought you got a
remember
map,
this at all.
Eredris.
You guys keep saying that, but
I don't know.
I
Here's
don't
a pretty
know.
The last thing in my notes is
I just
hotels
know
by
we're supposed to go
hotels.
northwest. I don't remember having to go into holes. Dungeon Daddy, what are our
Oh.
choices right now? We have
Yeah.
a hole in the ground, and we have a different path.
okay. So you guys are still outside the forest. You haven't gone anywhere yet. Daryl had his bird fly over, and as Daryl explained, it looked like there were 2 options. One that went down, one over to the left. But you guys are still right next to the forest, and looks like
Well-
a few miles ahead.
If we need to get northwest, and if we've been traveling mostly north this whole time, going to the left would mean we go northwest.
Yeah.
So I think the left route is probably the one that at least gets us in the general direction of Carousel. Hopefully we find a sign.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see what's down in the hole to see if there's like treasure or something?
Does anyone have any lights?
Not really.
guys?
I want to get to Carousel.
Yeah, fuck it. I do have a
We
light
are
spell.
kind of on a time crunch.
Should we at least cast light down there? I'll cast light down there, and you can look down there. And see
I
if
got an
there's-
idea. Daryl, why don't you go check it out?
Okay. I would think a hero would want to go see it, just in case there's a bad guy.
It's important for the heroes to stick to the mission and also be aware of his friends and
But it's
companions.
also important for heroes to make sure that they're not leaving any loose ends on their
We
adventures.
never started playing with the string in the beginning. We're
Yeah.
not responsible for any loose ends in that downward facing hole.
That's fair.
That's fair. There are a lot of loose ends in the world, and we can't be expected to tie them all. But I want to be respectful of Mars's time.
That's fair.
Thank you.
You bet.
That's fair. Let's do it.
Okay, so what did you guys decide on?
I'm walking. I kicked my horse. I'm walking ahead of him.
Okay, you're going.
You just hop off of it and kick it and then get back on.
Yeah, and I run back onto it. It's a really cool trick, actually.
Works
I learned
well.
it in 4-H.
Nice. All right. Well, using your new skills, Esmeralda took off. Is everyone going with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want Ong to go on a side quest down the hole, though.
Yeah. So it's not a hole necessarily. It's actually just a huge canyon. You've like reached like the Grand Canyon looking thing. So he just flew down that way.
Gotcha. Okay. I still want to go on a side quest around there while we continue in the path.
Yeah. I'm gonna say at some point he starts to explain to you that he heard more rumblings, and then you no longer felt the existence of Ong.
Okay, cool. I'll start resummoning him.
Okay. Can you not hear us, Miranda? We'll take that as a no. All right, so
Everything is moving, but she can't hear it. I'll type to her what's happening.
Yeah,
What's happening?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. The internet's so good.
Turn your volume up.
So good.
Flash, you heard
So,
All right.
so
Can you hear us? Is that a good scream or a
Now I
bad
can.
scream? Okay, great.
yay! I was
Maybe
ready.
you were
I was
getting
like,
pranked.
So you guys start to
Weird.
head that direction. You're going in between two like large bluffs, and it's about maybe like 2 or 3 miles that you go down this thing, and eventually those like start to descend, and you're on like a flat area again. But it reaches this massive cavern. You can see canyon, and you see this sign, 2 signs. One of them points forward, and it clearly just goes to the canyon and then heads down. And it just says Stein Canyon, right? And this is the point in time where you knew that the animals were going to have to turn around. However, in that fork in the road, there's also a left direction, and on that sign it says the old road.
Oh.
Looks pretty fucking old, you guys. Do you want to go that way?
Bill, do you know the old road?
I'm asking him.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I want to take Cupcake down to Old Town Road, or the old road.
down to Old Town Road.
So,
Got
I
the
want
ponies
to
in the
take my
back.
horse. Got the horn up in the front.
The ass in the back.
The
I don't
horns
know.
up in the back.
Yeah, right. So you guys have a decision to make, I guess. Darrow, you know
Old
that
Town Road.
old road, the old road,
Going,
Oh.
yeah, we're
The
gonna
old
go down
road.
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
Oh.
Darrow, if you want to tell
Do you wanna go
everyone,
down?
you know that your bird went down and died.
Okay. Well, so Ong died down there, so we can totally go.
Oh.
But how close do it? Can I tell if my dragon is like at least close to being hatched, or?
Through the vibrations of Bill's butthole pack, you do feel like a kick for a second, but no, you don't know.
Billy, you
Daryl.
gotta poop? You gotta poop, buddy?
It's like,
Well, we can go.
He's just been horse shitting this whole time on the egg. just like
Keep
That's
it
actually
warm.
probably pretty
Keeping it
good.
warm, yeah.
Yeah, for that kind of
Warming
egg, it
technique.
seems.
It's
Yeah.
organic.
Well,
You don't understand.
I mean, if you guys want to go fuck some
Cheetos.
shit up, I'm down to go fuck some shit up. But it'll probably be shorter, but more dangerous if I have any sense of adventure, which I don't. But I mean, it's whatever
You did
you
just offer to
fucking
go down
assholes
the
want to
hole.
do.
So you said that.
Dungeon Daddy,
Go down the whole road.
can I do a survival roll to see, like, just based upon the information that we have, which would likely lead us to Carousel and like assess the situation, kind of thing?
Ooh, yeah. So you just want to be like, but based off the direction of each path, which would be the faster way to get to Carousel?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
dig
general
that.
direction, maybe where the sun's setting, horizon stuff, see if I can see anything, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Some
I
Real
I-
cartography shit.
Yeah. No, I love it.
I'm
Yeah, I like
fucking
survival. I
Magellan.
feel like that's a good vibe. So go for that. While he's doing that, Tack, you recall that you've been here before. At this exact junction.
Okay.
Air, just tell me your roll, and I'll expand on that in a second, Tack.
I got a 21.
Okay, cool.
Woo!
I'm
What
gonna
about
say
Joe?
this, Tack. You have not said this to anyone, right? So this is just your thoughts right now. But you've definitely been here before, in a drunken state on your monastic adventuring and pilgrimages, really. And you definitely had taken the Stein Canyon path, because you know that you remember it being like, I'm pretty sure that was the only safe way to go, the way that is down the canyon and where Ong died. You remember that the old road, I almost said Old Town, the old road is has not been used in a long time. It is significantly faster to get to Carousel that way, but it's not been used in a long time because it goes through it goes through a very dangerous area. The Temple of Yarway, which you know is not good. Ergis, you're like, that would be 100 times faster to go the old road. You were like, that would be obnoxious to go down the Stein Canyon. So much faster to take old road.
Guys,
Am I aware of the location of the Temple of Yarway being a monk of the Temple of Yarway?
Wow, that's very specific. I don't think.
Yarway or the highway.
Nice.
God, you just made me
It's on my
take that.
faith. It says Yarway.
I think so. There is temples to all the gods in probably every country. Where you came from is not Farkle, or the country we're in now. So
Right.
I would think that let's leave it up to the
Our little
dice.
buddies,
But
though.
it seems unlikely. But let's go for it. Let's just do a history check for you.
Hydrate.
Cool.
White Claw.
That's a good old 4.
Okay. I mean, you know that there is one, and you know that there was an abandoned Temple of Yarway. You don't know where
Hydrate.
that is.
White Claw.
Okay. Fun. Well, guys, the old road is but if I'm like catching my understanding my bearings correctly, and of course this whole time, like I've been doing like little like hand comparing to like different positions on the horizon and shit. Like that road is way faster.
Right, then let's get on with it.
yeah, something's in one of my parrot memories. When I used to be a boy, a drunk little boy, I've been here.
Oh,
No,
Is there a little worm inside you, buddy?
God, Yes. And a boy.
What an odd question.
Okay.
You guys keep trying to make
ask
that a
Bull the
thing.
worm.
And I like snuffed the worm thing. Like snuffed it so hard.
Oh yeah.
Just let me
There's a whole
post one of
Matrix
those
scene
in
about
the
that.
chat.
When I used to be a monk boy, we would.
Wait. Sing it to us.
Yeah, sing it.
When I used to be a monk boy,
Oh God.
Is that the end?
we shared our dirt star.
It just feels
with
bright
the
this way.
world. Monk boy dirt. That's what they told me to sing on the road to keep the ghosts away.
Wait, did you say ghosts?
Ghosts.
Steve like comes out of my sock and hops up on my shoulders like ghosts, and then goes back into my sock real fast.
No, but I made that up. That's not real.
What?
You put me on the spot. I crack under pressure.
Oh.
Peer pressure gets me, okay?
Wait, so there are no ghosts? There are no ghosts.
Never said that. Might be aliens too.
Ghosts could be quite friendly, really.
Yeah.
No need to be scared.
So
Oh, I'm
during-
not scared.
during our monk travels,
Sounds
when we would
concerned.
deliver our brew, the Dirt Star, we would take the Stein Road because it was safe, and it had, it was longer, but we never took the old road. Ever.
Do you know if there's anything down there that like would fuck us up, or do you think we would be okay?
I mean, there's an old abandoned temple that has some pretty horrific stories.
I'm down for that. Maybe
Oh.
we can. I have this book of necromancy. I'll read up on it while we go down there.
It's a temple of Yahweh.
I don't know.
But, like-
we don't like.
I mean, which road will fuck us up the least is like my question.
Stein. But it's a temple of Yahweh, so I'm slightly familiar with it through my monk.
A temple
Well,
of your.
well, I mean, guys,
Wait,
I mean,
whoa.
it's getting
That-
a little late. Should we make this decision now, or should we make camp and
Camp out?
decide in the morning?
I say we go to the temple and go sleep in the temple.
God damn it.
But it's up to you. It's up to you guys.
True.
Honestly, whatever's going to get us to carousel safest, I think, is probably the most important.
Good idea.
So that would be my vote. The old road, then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I'm with Grace
Mars,
on this
yeah,
one.
and I feel like
old road
since you're
is
you're
sketch. Bad,
Old road is
bad
sketch?
old
Okay.
road.
I'm
Stein
getting
is
like,
Very
safe.
confused.
yeah, I'm
Stein
very
is safe.
confused too.
Yeah,
Here's
maybe
what I'm
if you
thinking.
lay off the half leaf,
Oh,
you'd have a better short-term memory.
I look at Mars like,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
here's what I'm thinking. Old road looks deceptively kind. Like when you meet like a senior girl and she's like super nice at first, and then no, she's like really mean. She's gonna like super make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
This down cave is like the nerdy person that you just be friends with forever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd go down
Should
on
we
the
go
nerdy
down
person.
this way? Okay. Well.
Yeah, you know
love-
what? Fuck it, me too.
Guys,
Let's all
with
go
that,
down on the nerd person.
I love
the
watching
time-
our view count go down by like 10 or 15 people every time we make a sexual joke.
It's because
Fuck
they're
up,
so
you can't handle it.
aroused. They're so aroused that they have to go.
Jack off.
Tingle.
They'll be back in
2
7
minutes.
to 8
Look me in
minutes.
the eyes. Yeah. Oh, okay. I said 2 minutes. Man, we have very.
we need to make a decision. We could make it to carousel.
Taylor lights a lot more candles.
Yeah.
It's all
Getting
about the
weird, man.
setup.
It's getting weird fast. So it is starting to get dark, though. It's
We
about...
might be able to make it to Carousel if we take the old road now.
Well, let's make haste and let's go.
Tack,
Should I cast
in
Pass Without a
your...
Trace of this?
Tack, in your heart and in your soul, you know that's absolutely not true. Like, by any means of the imagination, would you get there in time?
I don't know if it's more important for us to get there faster or get there, like, okay. I feel like Tack said it themselves, like, if we take the down one, if we take Stein, it fucks us up the least. I think we should just take our time and go through Stein.
Disagree. I
Yeah, right.
disagree wholeheartedly.
Okay, well, I'm very confused, so I have no idea where leg to stand on. Go ahead.
Okay. Dungeon Daddy,
Yes.
if we took the old road, we would still have our mounts. Is that fair to say, or is it if we took this? It's only if we took the Stein path that we'd have to send our ponies and Timberwolves back.
Yes. It is at this junction that you have to return the animals, regardless.
No matter what. Okay.
Bill.
Yes, they're very well trained. They'll just naturally go back if you let them go.
You guys, I just want to. I do think that it's important to get wherever we get in one piece. Slow and steady will win the race, and we do. Time is of the essence. We still need to save Jolie, and of course get Mars to her destination within a timely manner.
We might be able to make it safely overnight if we take Stein.
Well, let's just take Stein then. I feel like we can handle whatever comes our way. And
As
quite
long as
frankly,
there's liquors and whores, we're good to
Feywild
go.
and Magna time are quite loopy, so I mean, who knows how long you've been in the Feywild.
Tack, you're positive.
I don't want to think about that.
You're positive you've been here before, and you know. I mean, for me personally, guys, I'm gonna defer. I think I trust Tack's decision on this. Like, Tack, my vote goes with yours. So.
The old road is quicker, but it is not safe.
Then Stein it is.
Cool.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Stein it is.
Let's go.
All right.
Cool.
Can I
Hydrate.
first go down
Dismount.
there?
Togu, do you need help getting off your steed?
I would love some help. And he just puts his hands in the air.
Like a little baby.
Oh,
Take me up.
I just assume it's the same as like taking a toddler out of a high chair.
Oh my god.
Are we out there with dinner? Yeah, come here. So flirty. Yeah, that sounds great.
It's hot, so yeah,
And
it's
then-
like...
But it's
And
hot.
Yeah,
Reach down
I
to
think-
me. I'll take you off.
Once they get like eye level with Mars, I just want to give her like a what's up?
Hey.
God.
Like
She's
even though
just
Take you
he's
down
holding
off
it like
this
a toddler.
thing, babe.
Esmeralda like visually pukes, just like like one of those like throw up pukes.
Yeah, Tack's gonna have a
One of
moment
those.
with Bill and pet him and send him away and then
It's one
sit
of
on the egg.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna pet mine and kind of like pat it on the butt to kind of thing.
Go on now, kid.
Yeah, this is like this is like a wolf. This is a timber wolf. So you like smack on the butt, it's like...
Yeah.
And then it just takes off.
Mars just gives hers a nod.
As we start down the path, Eridris just turns to everybody's like, "Well, glad you guys named yours." And headed.
Oh, you named yours. What was it?
No, I didn't. I didn't name mine.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
what? Never mind.
Is it
Hydrate.
is it not weird for you guys to like have
Hydrate.
goodbyes with people with animals that you know their name? Anyways, it's a okay. Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
Yeah, perfect. So you guys...
Everybody, I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna tell you that...
Can I cast Pass Without a Trace first before we start heading?
Yeah, well, maybe you don't care to do that, let me explain this first. So you guys are watching as it's like the sun is like going down. It's about 9:30 now, and it's certainly dusk. It's almost twilight out. I'd say the sun is about halfway behind the canyon in the distance, or the.
Does Esmeralda sparkle like diamonds?
Yes, always.
Obviously.
Yes.
And Celine is you just like singing. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm
Absolutely.
imagining like the horse's lips, just like doing a little. Anyway.
But like a beautiful song comes out of it. Yeah. Ah, dang it! I was gonna try and video Taylor.
Oh no. Oh no. Taylor,
Oh,
no, Token.
What?
Oh my
you
god,
still
it's
here?
like pitch black.
You're.
Looks like one of those show interviews when they like change your voice and it's only your shadow that they're featuring.
Yeah. This is like a secret.
Like in
interview.
Deal or No Deal, when they're like, let's
Yes,
call the
yes.
dealer, and it's just
Yes.
some guy sitting in a room, and then they're like, all right, he's offering you $11,000 over $200 million, so you gonna take it? Love that show. God, bring it back.
Too good.
Sorry, I got really excited.
All right, you're kind of back, Taylor, but you don't look happy. I'll tell you that much. You look
I
like
think
you've
he
had a
looks
day.
great.
It's been a house of a day for him as well. Look at that face. All right, well, yeah, it's starting to get kind of like dark out. What would you? I mean, Miranda, I don't know if you guys are still going to depart. If you guys, the two directions, just to clarify, the old road seems to go around the canyon. And seems to enter into some other area far off in the distance. Down does, you can see it's quite a treacherous journey. I would say it's probably a little bit farther than 600 feet, which would be the amount of feet that a feather fall would work. And just a weird number I just threw out there. Let's go with, look, it seems like an 800 foot trek down.
I could cast Featherfall after we start falling, though, but we're going the safe route. We're going the other way.
The canyon.
Yeah.
We're taking the canyon.
Do you have,
Yeah, we're taking Stein.
It uses a spell.
So, what I'm gonna Air just like turns to everybody. Is like, guys, I'll scout the way, and I'll let you know. I'll yell really loud if I see anything bad. And I put on my winged backpack, and the wings come out, and then I just want to get a running like hang gliding start and just jump out as far as I can to just like float down into the canyon.
Okay. You're going to jump off and float down. Did I just understand
Wait.
that right?
Yeah.
And is this is the safe way? Down is the safe way?
Down is seemingly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I want to wait for everyone to get ready to jump off, and I want to cast Featherfall when we're like fucking 50 feet from the ground.
This is going to be exhilarating.
There's a path down into the
I want
canyon,
to jump.
though.
I want to jump.
I want to jump too. I did.
I'm gonna take Celine and just take my time.
She's at the 5
Can you
falling
cast
creatures.
Featherfall on me as well, Darrow?
Yeah, we got to jump at the same time though, so it doesn't get all fucked up.
I've never jumped off a cliff before.
Let's do it. You gotta yell. Here's the secret, Mars. You gotta yell, "Fuck Adris, he's a piece of shit," as you jump off the cliff, or else it doesn't work.
Hear that?
Before you guys jump, I just want to clarify a couple things. So he can choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. And there are 6 of you. Alternatively, Esmeralda, you have a horse. So I mean, do what you want with that information.
I guess you
I'm
could
gonna
cast
be
it
okay.
on the horse.
That's
I
also
wouldn't cast
very
it on the
epic.
Cast it on the horse.
I'll do it. I'll do it if you want to jump off.
I want to jump off.
Okay.
You should get a running start. Really make it epic.
I turn around I'm for some reason I'm faced around, so I look over my shoulder like, we always have a running start, and then I just
Yeah. Where's Tack in this? Is Tack coming with us?
Oh yeah.
Tack, do you want to get on the disc?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm on the egg right now, so.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, hang on for dear life, bitch.
All right, Togu, close your eyes. You're jumping with me. You have no
We're seeing
respond,
him.
so-
This is his
Okay.
view. His eyes
Oh.
are.
Yeah, this is Togu's vision.
Yay!
We all
Run
jump.
and jump off.
We're going
and
for
it's
it.
Beautiful.
Dungeon Daddy.
So,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
is what you guys are intending to do is to get around the creature thing by being on a creature or attached to a creature, or are you casting Featherfall
Yeah.
twice?
Yeah, so I'm casting Featherfall on Mars, Tack, the horse that Esmeralda
Celine.
is on, Celine,
Celine Dion.
and Togu, which is 5, right?
Okay.
And I don't even need to cast it on Tack technically because he's on the disc, which follows within 20 feet of me. So I mean, just Mars, the horse that Esmeralda is on, Celine. That's what I'm calling it.
And
I'm
Togu.
saying the whole thing every time. And Togu.
So the only thing because otherwise you could just cast it on one person and everyone just holds on to that person. So I'm gonna look
That
up.
could be a little risky.
Yeah.
Well, I want us all to get kind of close to the ground, and then I'll cast it on us so we float seamlessly to the
You're going
ground
to-
at the bottom.
Fall.
That's cruel, Tara.
So wait, the plan is you're gonna
What
jump,
if-
and then as you get close to the ground, you're then going to do it.
Yeah,
In the
like when I
hopes-
know we're in that catch range, then I'll cast it on us so we slowly float the rest of the way
I
down.
don't-
If I
Cast
trust
it right
you.
now, and it's really cool. Like as we're falling down.
Because he said we're too far up for me to just cast it when we go, or else we'll die at the bottom. So I want to
Well,
wait.
okay.
You do
Yeah.
have to jump to
What
your
if-
death
Get that part.
with no feather fall for the split. And alternatively, I have to think of something for the horse scenario, because you can either cast it on the horse or Esmeralda. If
On
it's
the horse, for sure.
If
On
it's
the
on the
horse.
horse, then if I just allow that I feel like that's game.
Esmeralda could blow up and kind of catch the wind a bit, you know?
Well, yeah,
That's
and if
how-
you're
I
in a
was
car and the
advantage.
car
That's
slows
true.
down, you slow down too, right? Like that's how.
You're forgetting.
Yeah,
You're
but
forgetting
I
the
don't think
horse
that's-
dynamic, the flowfish dynamic.
Because that would mean that you could just cast on the horse, and everyone just gets on the fucking horse. Like I don't think.
Yeah, I could do that, but
Uh,
it would probably
yeah, but
hurt the
Celine's
horse.
picky.
I don't. Well, I don't think that
There-
that's okay. I'm
Weight
gonna-
still is a thing.
Are we gonna get physically
That's
correct
my
about
contribution
D&D
to this
feather
discussion.
fall? I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I
I'm
didn't come here
confused.
for a science lesson.
Oh my god.
I wanted to jump into a cliff and fall majestically. Is that so
Okay.
hard to do in D&D?
Esmeralda, if you want to go with this plan, I'm not saying it's foolproof, and that's all I'll say.
Did you say foolproof?
It's foolproof.
Also, I have a
Fail-proof.
casting left, so if it fails on the horse, I'll just cast it on you again. You're fine, Esmeralda. Let's just jump.
Oh.
Well, if you can cast it on, how many creatures can you cast it on, and how many creatures are you casting it on?
I can cast it on
A full
5,
five?
and right now I would be casting it on 3.
Then just cast it on me as well.
Yeah, I'll just do it both of them. Fuck it. Let's just make it easy.
I feel like I'm constantly missing something. Are you not casting it on everyone here? Is someone
no,
not
so-
jumping? Is someone not jumping to their potential death?
I don't need to cast it on Adris, and I don't need to cast it on Tack, because Tack is riding on my CD.
Why do you have to cast on Airgis? Is he gonna use his one of his spells to do something?
I got my wings.
Mm.
Got a little backpack.
I'm hang gliding.
Ooh,
Down.
okay.
I'm-
Then let me tell you this,
Yeah.
Airgis.
He's
Uh,
expanding like a wang.
Yeah. the
Go back!
this is this is a canyon, Airgis. So you feel a little scared or maybe concerned about being able to, because it glides, right? To be able to make a full turn. So even like a spiral, for example, you need a decently wide berth. So you could go for that, but it certainly seems somewhat iffy if you'd be able to make the turn. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So like you would, what seems like the safe route to you in your mind is just to go one way down the canyon for a while.
Yeah, I have
you-
another idea
Okay.
if things happen. So.
All right. Well, let's do it. You guys, what do you want to do, Kat? What's going on? Look at those hands.
Have you ever seen The Last Holiday with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so let me catch you up.
Okay.
There's a part where she goes down a dam just wearing a squirrel suit. What if Eridris did that? And it's just like she just like hovers down it. Is that like, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? I just got too excited about last holiday.
Yeah.
I'm okay, never
No,
mind.
that's fair. He basically has a squirrel or a squirrel. A suit that makes him float and glide.
It's cool, never mind. I'm confused. I'm too confused.
That's fine. Okay, so you guys are gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys look at Darrow and you think, that's a man I can trust, let's do this.
Yeah.
No, but yes.
Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it.
Alright. Can everyone make an athletics roll?
No.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Can I make two? One for Celine and one for me?
Oh no!
I'm
That's
gonna
totally
roll
fine.
for your animal.
Damn it. Okay, well that's
Wait, but you're on your horse.
yeah.
Okay, it's just whatever you rolled, not my roll, just yours.
Okay. Then wouldn't I have advantage? No, it's okay.
No. Okay, Darrow, what'd you get?
16.
Okay, Ezzy,
I got 11.
Eridris,
I got an 18.
Tack,
17.
Mars,
11 as well.
and Togu.
Which means drink.
16 as well.
Nice.
Ooh.
Let's
Double
drink.
Drink. 2 drinks. Drink.
Okay, you guys start to take off and run, and you just feel extremely confident. You look at Darrow and you're like, now that is someone who's a trustworthy individual. He's proven it time and time again.
Goes
He will
my
take care of
hero.
It's like, so watch him as he jumps to his death, and you guys start to go that
Aim
direction.
for the
Literally,
bushes.
Yeah, it's almost like a mile, not a mile. It's 800 feet down, and you guys just jump off this thing, like going. I'm gonna say Esmeralda was first. And you guys rolled well enough that Esmeralda, you and your horse, and Mars, you guys don't do something that I would describe as, exceedingly graceful. But you did make it to the edge and managed to leap off of it. And it went well. As you guys all start to jump off, you look down as before you begin to free fall. You just see this kind of path that seems to zigzag all the way down. It seemed pretty sketchy. So for a second, you think, this is probably way more efficient and safer. Until you start to fall, then the efficiency still is there, but the safety portion is completely out the window. You start to fall down. I'm going to say that you make it about 100 feet. The wind is just blowing in your face. But you're just free falling now towards the ground.
I'm free.
Free falling. I had to do it. I couldn't resist. And you guys start to fall, and you guys notice something very interesting. That the ground is very quickly approaching you. And with that, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you guys in a bit. See what happens in this scenario.
Total
Thanks
party
for
kill.
watching. Yeah, TPK right here.
PK!
We'll be back in 10
Will we
minutes.
die?
Thanks for watching.
Probably.
Nobody knows. See you soon. Bye.
We just killed a whole party.
Hopefully we don't TPK.
All right, and we are totally back. Hello, everyone. Thanks for waiting. We just lost someone right when it happened. I gotta rearrange some people. So while we see people's little headshots floating around, Sam, why don't you just take the floor, man?
Oh, wow. So I'm going to tell you all a little story from my childhood. There was this one time when I was growing up in Baker City, Oregon, and if you're not familiar with it, Google it. Look at the street view of it. You'll learn a lot about why I am the way that I am. It's telling. And there's Baker City Middle School, and if you're curious as to what that looks like, again, do the Googling thing, look at it. It's a giant red brick building, right? And so I went to the 7th and 8th grade there. a lot of it was like dilapidated, and you couldn't enter it because it would, fall down upon you and kill you. And so it was like a huge insurance risk for the entire school district. Long story short, after I graduated middle school there, moved on to high school, I was like a sophomore or a junior in high school. The school district decided to paint all of the doors on this red brick building purple, like the purple color of Twitch, like fucking purple, right?
Yeah.
And they left those doors that color until I was like 26, and to this day, to this fucking day, I will never ever understand why in God's name they did that, right? And what I would like to make very, very clear to everyone watching right now is that if you ever think you have a bad idea, or if you ever think you made a mistake, it will never ever match the epicness of that dumb fuck decision that they made, right? And one thing that you can do that will definitely be a better decision than them painting the doors of a red brick giant middle school purple is go subscribe to us on Patreon. Go buy yourself some dice at diceenvy.com/the Bottlecap Brigade. Go, donate to a local charity that helps de-radicalize people. I don't know, just do stuff that is not painting red
Support our
brick building
stream.
doors purple.
De-radicalize people.
And I love you, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of watching us do this. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. That was amazing. And it's true. Also, don't paint your doors purple. That's what you can gather from this story.
That's in the Bible.
Yep. It is.
Deuteronomy
I was
10:1.
wondering how it was going to come back around.
It did, yeah, we brought it back.
I was
I
scrambling.
got really into this.
I was scrambling there for it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's all right. Well, guys, let's thank you for that, Sam. I don't know if I thanked you, but thank you. And let's dive back into the session.
Dive.
Hello.
Anyway.
So,
Let's die back. TPK.
hey, you guys all jump off the edge except for Tak, who's just on this disc, and you've left all of the, and as you guys like jump off and go flying, Tak, you like turn around and you just see Bill like start to like leave and turns back.
Carry on, soldier.
You just want to be
To
like,
Wipe a tear.
yeah, literally, and as soon as like the ground starts to like move up and you're unable to see it looking at you anymore, right afterward it just goes and it passes out and dies. And but you don't know that, so it's fine.
So if we come back that way, we'll find a dead Bill.
A dead Bill. But you guys don't know
He
anything.
died doing what he loved.
Yeah. The horse dies.
The
And,
opposite of what Kat wants to have happen.
I said don't kill him, and you were like, I have no control over
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah, I forced that one hard. So you guys,
Yeah.
it's not your horse, okay? Celine Dion's doing great, prime of her life.
I don't want any horse to die. Call me a saint. I don't care. I just don't want any
Call me a
horse to
saint.
die.
I will be mad.
It's like not like a mean thing. Yeah, it's like not even.
Call me a great person. Thoughtful.
Sorry, I'm a great
charitable.
person. I hate when any horse dies, not just my own.
All right, well, shoot, man.
So Michael Scott.
But you guys don't know, so you don't know any of that happened. It's fine. Everything's fine. It'll be fine. And you guys jump off, and you start falling towards the ground. Time seems to be very short as you start approaching the bottom of this canyon, increasingly fast. Darrow, I'm gonna say that you guys, I don't know when you'd like to react, but all of you jumped about
Any
the
day
same
now,
time.
Darrow.
You can choose when you'd like to do it. It's 800 feet total.
Yeah, I want to do it in like the last 100-ish.
Okay. So you
Like
guys,
I want to make them sweat.
Yeah, no, you guys are starting to stress out. You're falling and you start at 800 feet. you're kind of like fearfully enjoying the fall for the first 200. And then it starts to occur to you like, okay, it's, it's about, we need to do something about this. You hit about 400 feet, and you're like, we're certainly going to die soon. And then you're about 200 feet. I think you guys are all looking at Darrow at this point. And
I'm not.
Yeah, except Ergis. Yeah, we'll come back to you, Ergis, with what your plan is. But at least Esmeralda, Mars, and Togu, and a horse are all plummeting towards the ground.
I wink at Esmeralda's horse as we're going down. But like, I don't do it subtly. I want everyone to see the wink for sure.
Okay.
Any day now,
Do I get
Darrow.
to play?
Don't fuck with us.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
Darrow.
What?
The horse winks back.
I say.
I'm pretty sure at this point I am crushing Mars's hand.
Yeah.
Like PTSD. I'm following again. Like he is having some serious mental breakdowns right now because he.
Okay, darling, it's okay.
Togu's favorite.
Drink. And I just say.
Keep your eyes closed.
And I just say, it's okay, Togu. Don't worry. I'm definitely not gonna let us plummet to our deaths.
Then cast it now.
How close are we now?
Yeah, you're at 100.
I was gonna start.
Okay,
I'm reaching in my pocket and put.
Oh no.
I'm sure whatever.
I bet it was a falconry glove.
Cool. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's all take that.
Which would mean Eredris would come to the falconry
I feel like Togu was gonna grab his falconry glove. I just have this weird feeling
That's
that
exactly
he's.
what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
There he is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, here comes Eredris.
He's the only one flying.
That's so funny.
Okay. So,
Best
so Togu's gonna put on the glove right when you guys are about 100 feet and pull Ergis to the ground, basically, like.
To
Pull
the
him to
glove,
me.
yeah.
And then I'm assuming your hope is to take it off before he dies or murders you.
Wait, what? No, he's just gonna come to me, and then he like let the glove, and then I'll just hold on to Eredris and float down with Eredris.
You just leave Mars.
And leave Mars? Yeah, exactly.
Dead.
I
Get me
guess.
into a good place. Do you not trust me?
Yeah, bros before hoes, I guess, huh? Yeah.
This
Look at Esmeralda. Really? Really?
I don't understand
He
it.
just calls Eredris. I bet they were lying. Again.
Yeah.
Say they're not into each other. Bullshit.
This is the longest conversation over like an 8-second call. You know, like it's.
As I'm coming in, I'm like, Mars, this is completely one-sided.
All right, Eredris, you start. Okay, so Togu, let's say this. I'm gonna assume you did this before 100 feet. Darrow, you'll be able to do your thing in a second. You pull him over to you. I'll say you're about 400, 300 feet by the time this happens. Eredris, you're like cascading towards Togu at this point. Like you're going to murder him.
Okay.
So Togu, you want to grab onto Eredris. So let's just do an athletics roll from both you guys to see if this works out well.
So how am I cascading? Like, Togu, you cut out a lot.
I can't really hear you, Taylor, so you're gonna have to just roll athletics and then maybe type it in or.
Also,
in what
sorry, I
way
just
am I
wanna-
headed there?
Yeah, so I guess what the falconry glove does is anything or the nearest flying object just comes plummeting towards the falconry glove.
Right. So am I like? Does it like turn me around and now I'm going head first? Does it like?
Yeah.
Am I being pulled? Is there now like wind going against the wings?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that it's actually more of a psychoactive thing that's taking place. Like in your mind, as soon as he puts on this thing, you're like, I have to land on that, and die into it.
Okay, cool. So the way that this is gonna happen is, it's like, okay, so when he puts on the glove, I'm like, ooh, and I press the button to bring the wings in, and kind of like, as I start to fall faster, I reposition my body to like be toward Togu and the glove, and then I put my wings back out and start gliding towards Togu. And I rolled a 10. Okay.
Okay. Togu rolled an 8. So what's happening here is you're going at Togu, and my assumption is he wants to grab onto some part of you. You know, I'm trying to remember how that thing. It didn't like attach to your arms. It wasn't like a Birdman mode. It was like a backpack.
Yeah. It's a backpack.
It's a backpack. Yep, that sounds right to me. So Togu goes to like grab onto you, and does grab on, but unfortunately doesn't grab on in the best locations, and grabs like it makes a thigh covenant with you, Ergis. The only place that makes contact.
What is my motivation here?
Well,
like
it's
what
not.
do I want?
It's so as soon as he puts this on. It's not, it's not even like intelligible. It's just like, I must ram into that.
Cool. I'm trying to ram him.
You want,
is what you're saying.
I mean, you're like, I need to make contact with that glove as soon as possible. Yeah.
Cool. So as he's like reaching for me, I'm like, I'm going, whatever it is. I'm not trying to help him. I'm not like resisting. I'm just like, wah!
His intention was to take it off, I believe, just before you got there. So you could make an alternative decision at that moment, which I think the only sane one would be to not run into Togu.
From the notes that I have from the original falconry glove is that when I put it on, the closest thing flying will land on the glove. So it's not a matter of he's going to come and plummet into it. It's a matter of whatever momentum he's going to have, it's going to hit the glove, but he's supposed to land on the glove. Or at least that's from the notes.
I'm just going to try to be like this frickin' like parakeet, just like I get close and then put my feet out and try to
Word.
But yeah. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I it's interesting. I think there's been too many scenarios where I did not do that in the past. So if that's what your note says, we're not going to do that, because I think the last like 8 times you've used it, I've had bird suicide into your arm.
There was one time the eagles decided the ship landed on his thing and he was flying with it. That was a long time ago, though.
Oh, really? I don't remember that. I just remember all these pigeons suiciding into him and stuff. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, your choice, DM, however you want to handle it.
Yeah, Togu, you know that he's approaching you at a very... he's coming at you fast, man. And so I imagine you don't want to leave it on and just have him run into you.
Okay, I'll take it off.
Okay, and you rolled an 8, and Eric just rolled a 10. Neither of you are doing something impressive by any means. And so you take off that glove, Togu, and you go to grab for Eredris, and your first swing is like nothing, and it just like misses him. And then your next swing, however, just goes straight to the inner thigh. Eredris, you're going to take 2 points of damage as he kind of like, he nut taps you, but is able to stabilize and grabs onto your thigh.
And he...
Togu, let go! What are you doing? What is happening? Mars, I'm sorry. This is not... I am not a part of this.
Oh, sure.
Not okay, Togu. Not okay.
As they continue falling.
Like, he's got like his head in his leg, and Togu's just going to scream, I can't fall again! I can't fall! And he's just holding as high as he can.
I want to try to like get Togu's hand off of my thigh.
Oh, like move him?
Yeah, well, like reach and like
Okay. Well, you know
break
what?
his hold.
We're gonna address your guys' whole
Darrow.
scenario in a second. Darrow, you guys, the rest of you, Esmeralda, and Mars, and you, and then Tax just having a gay old time. You guys are like 100 feet away from the ground.
Okay, I cast Featherfall on everyone, and I just say, "Fucking told you, losers."
Yeah.
My goddess!
Yeah, it's like the last 100 feet. You guys are like very close to the ground, and suddenly it's like, oh, and it's like majestic and wonderful. All of the
And I
blood
just say,
comes
"Have
rushing
a nice
back.
fall."
Esmeralda poofs up just by like sheer anxiety.
Fair enough. Attack's just been on this disc, just sitting on this freaking egg.
Holding onto the egg.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
so you guys land on the ground and you look up to see this sight, which is, Ergis, you would like to struggle to move Togu's hand.
Yeah, well, Togu got Featherfall cast on him, right?
Yeah, you probably.
He was on that list.
Are you doing that, Darrow? Because he wasn't near you
Yeah,
at that
well,
time. You still could do it though, but
Yeah, if he's not too far away, I want to cast it on him.
yeah, what's the distance on that?
Featherfall is.
I feel like it's pretty far. Oh, 60 feet.
60 feet.
If you're at 100, he was at, no, you can't cast it on him.
Okay. I mean,
How
unless
did-
he'd catch up to me, he would catch up to me, right? Like just
How
laws of
would-
physics. But
Yeah, wait a second. Because if Togu was holding on to Mars the whole time, it would not be able to be cast on Mars and not Togu also.
Yeah, you guys let go of each other. Right? And then
That.
and then Togu pulled you to him at about 300 or 400 feet down. And then the rest of you kept falling.
So as Togu pulled me, he stayed the same. He stayed in the same position as I was
mean,
coming to him.
Yeah, no, I guess he maybe fell a little bit further, but I don't think it's still puts you within 60 feet.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna break Togu's hold on my thigh.
Okay.
Build
Yeah.
Judo chop.
I guess we're doing a strength contest. We are now trying to tackle each other here. So Taylor, you need to do a strength roll.
Okay.
I'm assuming you don't want to die, so you're gonna keep holding on to him.
Yeah. I got cocked. Okay. Okay. Strength is. I got a 16.
That beats my 4. Steve's. I'm gonna be like Steve, and Steve's gonna make an attack on Togu's hand.
All right, let's see the attack roll. What's your AC, by the way, Taylor?
Fuck.
My AC is. Hold. Where is it on this D&D Beyond? I think I'll find it. Just a second.
I think he'll probably
my
beat
AC is-
Steve's attack.
It's 12.
Yeah, Steve rolled a 10.
Okay. So he is still firmly grasping your inner thigh.
Cool. So yeah, basically, I'm going to, whenever we get in range, I'm gonna like step with the wind, and I'm gonna cast levitate, and we're gonna slowly float to the ground.
Yeah. So you are like falling a little bit faster. Like your glide is, it's not good. Not as graceful as it used to be. So you are approaching the ground at a much faster rate. One of which that seems concerning, I guess, to you. But yeah, when you get close to the ground, you cast that spell. Let me just. Is there like a weight limit on that? Does it even say?
no, it's 5 creatures, and it lasts for.
Is it Featherfall? It's the
Yeah,
same spell?
mine.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Mingle with the wind is mine. I cast levitate once per long rest.
Let's look up a rule. Everyone drink. If you want. Levitate target weighs up to 500 pounds. You're casting to yourself.
Yep.
All right. I think that's fair. So you at the last, very close to the ground, like falling, and this is like a scary moment. You're like, mingle with the wind, and you do this thing, and like literally at the last second, and you're like probably 4 feet above the ground. You're like, whoosh, and you just suddenly stop. A little bit of whiplash. Cool. Togu finally lets go of your leg.
No, I'm holding on. I'm still
Doesn't
holding.
let go.
Not letting go. Eyes closed, teeth clenched, not moving.
I'm gonna punch Togu in the face.
Let's do an attack roll.
Fuck me in my face. I got an 8.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that doesn't hit.
Do you get advantage though? Because like I'm eyes closed, I'm not paying attention at all to what you're doing.
He like wants to get punched. He's like, for the RP.
Might as well be
No, I'm-
prone.
All right, I just look up. I'm
he's-
like, can somebody fucking get him off of me? What the fuck, guys? Fuck.
we're all on the ground.
Yeah, how far is levitation? Up to 20 feet. I said that you stopped at 4 feet, but you could move up if you wanted to.
Yeah, I just like shake him off on the ground.
I mean, are you letting
Yeah,
go, Togu, or do we need to do another contest?
I mean, I'll notice and then.
Can somebody fucking get
Second
him
time.
off of my leg? This hurts.
I'd like to use
Gonna be
mold
me.
earth and just kind of wrap Togu in a warm blanket, like a comfort blanket of warm mud and dirt.
That sounds kind of nice, honestly.
It's interesting. Look, he's in position for it.
I want him to be cozy.
Are you gonna let go?
Yeah.
Taylor?
Oh yeah, sorry, I said that. Yeah.
No, I know, you're
I
good.
let go, and he's basically rolling. He's gonna lay fetal like sideways on the ground, and he's just gonna like shake and like squeeze onto the dirt like underneath his hands, just like in the cartoons, and people are like flying around and they reach land finally or whatever. And then until like Darrow like covers him in the mud, and he's just gonna like curl up into it and like fucking start sobbing. He's just gonna lose his shit.
What's wrong
man.
with him? I ask whoever is closest to me.
Yeah, he's just crying. Whoever's closest to you. Let's go with Esmeralda.
I am on almost done being puffed up. I'm just letting out the last remainders of air.
Tak, why is Togu so shaken up?
To be honest, he might have died once when he fell.
Oh.
It's like the whole, when you die and then you don't want to relive dying the same way. It just kind of becomes a trauma.
I actually definitely understand that. I'll walk over to Togu. So, one, you let go of me while we were in mid-air. That was quite frightening and a bit cross from you. But it sounds like maybe falling isn't your favorite pastime. Sorry for kind of yelling at you as you were falling. Why don't you get up? You're fine. We landed, take a couple deep breaths. There's no need to shed any more tears, darling.
He's gonna kind of get up and shake the mud off of him. And he's still got the glove, or he's got the glove in his hands, and he's gonna just put it kind of back in his fake bag of holding that we don't actually have. And he's gonna wipe the tears off from those eyes.
Yeah.
and he's gonna grab Mars by both of her hands in like a way that's stronger and harder than just like grabbing someone's hands, but it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of intensity with it, and he's just gonna say, I have no idea what happened over the last couple seconds, but if I did let go of you, I am so sorry, and I will never let go of you again. I promise.
Oh, that's sweet. And how about we just don't fall again? We can maybe just
I think
never
that is-
jump off a cliff. How does that sound?
Yeah,
I
but
think
you'll
that
fall
is a
in
great
love.
idea.
And I go to high five tack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's walk back to the group.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys all land.
I'm still holding both of her hands. By the way.
I've already started walking down the path.
Okay, well, let me explain, I guess, your surroundings. So, you guys land. It is like pitch black now. I mean, it's like dark. I think most of you have night vision or dark vision. So, most of you. I don't know, Esmeralda, if I gave that to you.
I do not. I think if anything, I have like bad vision.
Yeah. I think we barbarian who needs glasses. I love it. You know, why not?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know what we based your character. I think we just chose a race. I was like, I don't know, just be an elf, you know, but like
You said pufferfish, and I just immediately went with pufferfish with legs. So that is a little.
No, it sounds good.
She's not great.
Yeah. She's got her strengths.
We have like
to
dark
consider.
vision only underwater. Or
Yeah.
something.
Like really deep parts
Like
of
I'm
the ocean.
super great underwater. That's why I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
been a good barbarian right now. Is because we haven't fought in water yet. That's why.
Just wait.
Just you wait. It's coming. So you guys land at the bottom of this canyon, Stein Canyon. And yeah, it definitely goes two directions right within this canyon. And from where you guys jumped, you can tell if you had gone if you were still looking the direction that you jumped, for example, to the right, it seems to bend like right. So it goes very far away from the direction you want to go. You can see it slowly start to turn. The other one is going left, starts to turn right as well, seemingly headed north. However, at the bottom of this, you see a couple things that I'm still playing sad music, by the way. At the you guys see a couple things. One of them is that there were a lot of like symbols and different things, almost like graffiti that Darrow's bird Ong had seen earlier. And a couple things. There is just maybe like 400 feet in front of you guys. It seems to be some sort of tunnel that heads into the canyon. And then there's like some old torches that aren't lit anymore that are just sitting outside of it. And yeah, that's where you guys see. If Ergis, if you wanted to start walking because you were in pain, you'd probably go that way.
Yeah,
Left.
I'm gonna grab one of the torches and light it with some martial arts energy,
Whoa.
elemental attunement, and just start walking down the path that makes the most sense.
Okay,
Towards
well, I'll
Carousel.
say this. You do see a sign that says Carousel, and it's to go further down the canyon. But there seems to be like this tunnel. So, if you immediately started walking that direction and grabbed one of the torches, can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. That is a 16.
All right. Ergis, as you light this torch, and this big flame comes out, immediately your eyes are drawn to just make sure that there's nothing around. And then next you notice that this massive tunnel that heads deep into the earth, into Magna. And from the light that is illuminated from your torch, you don't directly see anything. It's not your first thought that you're like, there's something in there. But because you're so perceptive, you do notice it's almost what feels to you like a warm breath that had just like hit your whole body. And
Were there
it's kind-
fairies?
No fairies.
You're so good at remembering that.
Yeah, he's like wind. There was wind. There must be fairies. But yeah, it just feels like this air just hits you. It's kind of it's humid. I almost said moist. It's not moist. It's humid, and it just hits
Still
you.
said it.
Yeah. And you're taken over with wonder as you look into this cavern, this tunnel.
Wonder?
with wonder. And with that, we're going to take a break. And I wonder when we'll come back. Probably 10 minutes. We'll see you guys in a bit. And bye. Love you.
Wow, we love you too.
Hey, we are back. Thanks for waiting, guys. And Joe just got vaccinated. So, just want to be clear. Oh, Joe, speaking of you being vaccinated, is there anything else you want to plug?
What a great segue. Set up for success.
When I thought of it, I was like, genius. And then I started saying, I'm like, it's not genius, Austin, don't do it. And I couldn't, the brakes just wouldn't initiate.
It's alright. I'll be trying out some plugs later.
Cool.
On my butthole. All 3 of them. Don't forget my shoulder butts.
Get it.
So, welcome back everyone from our little break. And we are going to be exploring a little path soon. Possibly a moist cave. Or humid, as some would say. But if you have been with us, you've heard about some of our affiliates. Maybe Dice Envy. Dropped them all. Drink.
Okay.
And also, we have our little blips that pop up on our stream. As you can see, is Incarnate Maps. We have a world map of ours on our bottlecapbrigade.com website. So check that out. Check out our profiles. You can also check out our link tree, which has the links to absolutely everything that we do. Whoa, crazy. Just pasted it in the chat. Give it a check. It has our YouTube, our Twitch, our Instagram, our Patreon, our Twitter, our Spotify.
Damn.
What? You can listen to the music that we play in your own free time? Check it out. YouTube, so much content. Patreon, so many perks. Join the club. Get some good memes on Insta. Be a part of the fam. Be fam.
Aroused.
Yeah,
Be
wow.
fam. Be aroused fan. Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, thank you.
The aroused fam.
Can I
weird
cut that
community.
off right here? Or is that going to be something that's forever? Like, be aroused, fam.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's going to be fucked.
Oh, there was a comment.
Literally, maybe.
Mhm.
All right. Well, word. Thank you for that, Joe. As usual, it was incredible. Everything. that
Grace
you
said I
do.
crushed it.
Yep. And if Grace said it, it's a fact, as far as I understand. So,
True.
true. All right, guys. Well, let's dive back in. Let me put some non-pop music on, and we'll do this thing. All right. So when we come back into this, Ergis, you had just walked by this tunnel.
Yeah.
Now you immediately left the group due to a severe amount of pain that Toga had inflicted to a very important part of your body. And as you reach this and you get this torch, you light it, you feel like this like warm air hit you from this tunnel.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well, as I feel this just amazing sense of wonder
Yes.
coming from this deep, moist,
Thank you for writing that down.
dark.
That was important.
I have this torch lit, and I'm like looking down deep into the hole, and like, oh. And I slowly start to walk down. Apparently, right?
Oh.
You mean into the tunnel?
I think so.
It's-
It's how wondrous are we talking?
I don't know if I've described like maybe a lateral
like-
direction yet, but it certainly goes into the canyon wall from your position.
like-
But
the
how
Aladdin Cave of
wondrous
Wonder?
is it?
It's like one of the members of the Wonders, the Oni-Eaters.
Is it like wisdom saving throw wondrous, or is it like, oh, that's kind of cool? Anyways, fuck it.
I would not say that it's very wismatic. It certainly doesn't feel as if that's necessary. Are you wanting to make an arcane roll, or what do you want to do here?
No, I want. Yeah, we'll do that. I want to
You can
figure
do-
out where the wonder is coming from.
How far away are all of us?
Yeah, you guys all see him doing this. They're like 20 feet away.
Oh, okay. Really
Oh.
quick, Air, just before you go in the cave, let me cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone. And it's cast.
Um,
Everybody
yeah,
gets a
so-
butterfly.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm thrown a little bit by this wondrous thing, and I don't know how you want me to use it.
Oh man, yeah. Dude, it
Are-
just seems
are
it
you
just
trying
seems
to-
very it just seems very mysterious and weird. Like it's almost like a Lord of the Rings moment where they go to that like undead crypt or whatever, and it's like they can just feel like something's wrong here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it probably smells
Oh,
terrible.
okay.
Yeah, you
So-
play however you want. I'm not forcing you into anything.
Do I? Okay. Well, my intention was to just grab a torch and go. So
Cool.
that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna be like, oh, dope cave, and then leave the cave and go back outside and start heading down towards Carousel.
Okay. All right, so you guys see Air just grab this torch and start to continue walking that direction. I'm gonna once again tell you guys that it is very dark. So if you guys can journey through the night if that's your plan, but it would be a fair walk, a long walk.
Wait,
I wanna
Tax
take a
said that we
nappy.
could make it to Carousel if we walked through the night.
Yes, and it's unfortunate I didn't get to I did add to it, but no. My response
Oh,
was
that's not true.
my
Tack doesn't know that.
my response to Tack is like, and you know that that's not true at all.
Tack drank a lot on these trips.
So it would be a journey. You'd probably get there by the time the sun rises.
Should we just rest right now? Take a
Yeah.
quick rest.
Darrow needs
I would
nappy.
be totally.
Oh
I would
god.
be totally up for a little rest right now, personally.
Yes,
Yeah.
we feel a little bit drained.
I'll take the first watch.
Oh, I got you afterwards, Airdris.
I'll take third.
I'd like to resummon Ong
Yeah.
throughout the night and have him help from
Oh.
the sky
I'm
if
going
they
to
can hear him screaming now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you bring Ong back. What does camp look like, guys? What's the plan?
I don't think I had any kind of adventuring pack when I crossed
Yeah,
over, so
I brought
I'm
my
just
gonna
gonna
need to
light a
borrow some.
fire.
I got chicken wings and my air fryer, so we are pretty set up.
Okay, yeah, Darrow. What are you lighting on fire, Darrow?
What do I got? I'd
And
like to
dead
take
rats.
out. Yeah, well, I'd like to take out. I have half a pound of alligator meat left, so I'd like to take
Great,
that out.
I have a mess
And I'd
kit for
like-
cooking.
Hell yeah. And I'd like to get some of the Mary Johnson pickles and peanut butter jam and get that out and kind of set it out in like a nice bit of a spread. And then I do have a tinder box and enough for a campfire. And I would like to set that up and light it on fire using some of my magic. And I'd like to cook everyone some alligator meat and put some Mary and Johnson pickles and peanut butter jam on it and say, I know it's been a little bit weird over the last couple of weeks with you guys, but I just want you to all know that you're my best friends, and I'm glad that I get to spend time with you.
Do you say that to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. So Eric just looks at you and like some weird ass manipulative shit, Darrow.
No, I just,
And I refuse the jam thingy.
Yeah.
it's okay, Adris. Even though you don't love me, I love you.
I will take Airdris's.
Yeah, here you go, little buddy. Just don't get too full in your tummy, okay, Tack?
I take it.
Esmeralda, I know that alligator is close to fish, but it's far enough away, right? I'm not too sure of the etymology of. Alligator.
I hold it up and I pause, and then I wink and then I eat it.
Darrow, just a quick question. What is sustaining this fire? That was really my original question.
Oh, I have a cantrip called motherfucking
Bonfire?
Wow,
Motherfucking.
motherfucking.
Oh no, I have
Probably shouldn't
control.
cast that one.
Any mother within
Don't-
30 feet.
Don't cast that one
How
ever.
I was born.
I have so there's
Oh.
like tinder and like firewood. I have like a little campfire set.
Okay,
too.
there you go. Sounds good. So
I got a tinder
Dara-
box as well.
yeah, so you guys are
So
good
great.
then. Air just does not take the meat. Tack gets double portion. And it sounds like Air just gonna take first watch.
Yeah.
I sleep on my disc,
Um,
keeping my egg warm.
do you get off the disc, Tack?
I'm just sitting there on the disc eating gator meat, and then Air just kind of comes and just like lays, like kind of like just like scoots me out of the way, I guess, and lays on the
Darrow?
egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like,
You're welcome. Here.
Welcome.
You're welcome. And I use mold earth to like give him a little bit of extra bed. You know?
yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
I'm like part on the disc,
Um,
part not on it.
Your legs are kicking.
I
off,
want
yes.
to. Toadoo's gonna reach into his pack and pull out the wooden pipe he's still got from the pirate ship and the tobacco. And he's gonna load it. And he's
Your
gonna
corn
start, smoking it. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Corn cob was blue.
It was a
Whatever,
corn cob
the
pipe.
He's gonna start loading.
Yeah, it's a crappy one.
And and he's gonna kind of exhale like a big puff of the tobacco smoke. And then we're gonna use Song of Rest, which doesn't really totally matter because it's a long rest, and that one works for short rest. But as kind of the camp is winding down, Togu's just gonna be like, "Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you." Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
So he's doing this while we're all trying to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like wake up like as he's finishing the song and go, "Cool song. I need to sleep." And then I'm like turn over, and then I'm like laying on Celine Dion's tummy, and it's really cute.
Yeah, wow. Awesome. Are you guys all going to bed? Or
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
Except
okay.
for Airdris. And then, Tack kind of rolls over and goes,
Airdris, remember to wake me up.
Tack, you remember to wake me up after.
Deal.
I turn my butterflies into like a blanket or something. Actually, I do that. I turn my
Yeah.
butterflies into a blanket. They'll hold hands.
Blanket of butterflies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How,
They'll hold
and I
hands.
turn around and I'm like, is like 3 people enough for a whole night? Cause like, I guess I could like wake up early or something. And I like look at everybody like,
You can take double if it needs to. You get your rest.
no, it's
Oh.
cool. It's just, I just wanted to make sure.
If I get tired, I'll wake you. How does that sound?
That sounds
don't know
perfect.
how long-
I
how
immediately, I turn around. I immediately go to sleep and it's like heavy snoring, like uncomfortable snoring.
you and Celine Dion.
Togu, you might need to
Yeah.
sing again.
I turn around, no,
I do.
and then I go back to sleep.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let's do first watch. Airgis. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
I don't know if you needed to RP anything during your time or if you're just watching.
So, I mean, basically, I'm just kind of sitting and kind of leaned up against a rock, near the outside of camp. I still have my torch there, and I'm eating one of my Klaxon Lunchables,
Awesome.
and so getting rid of that. And I'm just chilling there. Steve is just like curled up right next to me, but like he's in his little coil, but he has his head like rested like on my thigh as I'm just sitting there. And I'm just there and I'm looking at my family painting that I had got out of the drawer. And I'm flipping the coin.
Cool. Okay.
That I have.
Make a perception roll while you're doing that.
7.
Okay. Yeah. Everything goes smoothly. You have kind of an interesting night, a reflection, to yourself, and you just have this. You're able to just kind of deconstruct some things going on in your life, and everything goes smoothly. At some point, you see a small scorpion, and then it just kind of crawls away. I don't know if it's crawl, pitters. I'm gonna go with pitters away.
I actually want to kill it.
Yeah, let's. I guess do an attack roll. Are you gonna punch the scorpion?
I'm just going to try to stab it with the bejeweled dagger.
Okay.
That I have.
Yeah.
And that's a 23.
Nice.
Well, you had to beat a 4, so the scorpion dies a brutal death. I mean, you just stab. I mean, how do you want to do this?
I just want to when I see it, I want to twirl the dagger a little bit and just like stab like right through the top of it, and it goes,
Yeah.
And then I want to cut the stinger off and the claws and roast it over the torch.
Okay. You now have in your
Delicious.
possession a roasted Stein scorpion.
Cool.
Are you gonna eat this thing? What's the plan?
Nope. It's for Steve.
Oh, okay. It's for a later time.
What
All
a
right, man.
good dad.
Well, we get through your. I don't know how many shifts we decided, but you get through your shift and everything was fine.
Cool.
Does Ong see anything flying around?
Is it just always awake, always flying?
Yeah, I mean, he's a fae
Yeah.
creature. He doesn't need to do shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he's flying around. Let's do perception rolls for him during every shift.
Okay. 7.
Yeah. Everything went smooth. You're good.
Cool.
Cool. So, yeah, I walk over and I just kind of like nudge Tack. I'm like, Tack, it's your turn.
Okay. Ugh. You startled me, but I'm ready. You can
Yeah,
take
sorry.
my spot. It's pretty warm.
I look at the spot and I'm like, nah, I'm good, but thank you.
Yeah,
for the
you're
offer."
bigger than me. That makes sense.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Did everything go okay?
Yeah. Yeah, everything went good.
You're the best.
And I kind of like do a little shoulder, like, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to tuck you in? Do you need anything?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate
All
that.
right.
Tech, you don't get enough credit around here. You do a really good job.
I stab for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hear he's like, yes.
I'll get to you in a second. Don't worry. Yeah, it talks to me. This guy. I'm cursed by the sword. Don't
Oh.
worry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Life, we all got our.
How long have you been
burdens.
cursed by the sword, Tack?
Oh, since the day I got it.
Holy shit! This whole time. And you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't want to like just let anybody know. We could probably have maybe tracked something down or talked to somebody about that for you.
I just forget. And then it says nasty things to me, and I'm like, yeah, still there.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, yeah. If you need any help with that, yeah, let us know. I just, Tack, remember that time when you literally convinced an entire city that you were a religious leader?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about those people. If they
Give
can-
yourself more credit.
Okay. That
You did a
was-
good job.
Thank you. I enjoy the role play.
Me too. Me
Um,
too. Hey, Tech, you said something yesterday that you said that you were a follower of Yahweh.
I wasn't a follower of Yahweh, but I knew of them through my monk studies.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
was
I
a
never
monk.
knew you were a monk.
Yeah, full
Huh.
on, punching and kicking.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, the whole experience with your your previous body wasn't super long, and
No,
so I
it
guess
was. I barely remember it anymore, to be honest.
yeah,
Spent.
that's fair.
Yeah. I was mostly in around Musif when I was training in the deserts.
Huh. That's cool. And I like look around and at the rest of the brigade, and I'm like, our group's gotten real weird, hasn't it?
Darrow is sleeping with his ass out presently.
Good.
Just
Yes.
open air farting.
I assume Darrow's like, when people do the snail crawl and they like pull their feet to their chest and like stick their butt in the air.
Like
Okay.
child
Yes.
poses in yoga.
Yep.
That's
Might
what
as
he's
well. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close enough.
And building off what Tack said about open air farting, it just sounds like. Sorry,
All right.
details.
So you guys are having. You really just never had the opportunity to chat to Tack much. What a good moment, and opportunity to do so.
Yeah. Tack.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So yeah, it's been kind of weird. We've really we've changed quite a bit.
Yeah, this whole thing has been completely unpredictable.
Yeah.
We definitely wouldn't have made it if we didn't stick together.
It's true. Tack, can I ask you for a favor? You've
I'm up.
you, me and Togu have been, with the group since the beginning, and we've seen ether magic and how it works and the kind of power that it has. I feel like as we get closer and closer to Griald, we should maybe keep an eye on Darrow.
Oh, the dude's obsessed with some crazy dark magic power. There's no doubt. But
Yeah.
I think there's a little good, but I get a little worried too.
I mean, I don't know. He just really fucked with you guys yesterday, just for fun. And he burned shit, and I saw him eyeballing the unicorns. I don't know. It's just, I just think we should maybe be on the safe side.
Okay. You
Anyway.
tend to make the hero's choice good choice.
Does
I'm
Darrow
still
hear
learning.
any of that, like
Nah,
in
you're
his
asleep.
subconscious?
I mean,
In his subconscious.
you can roll for it, Darrow. I hope you roll well.
I mean, we're of course having the conversation, trying to be quiet. So
Yeah, I would assume it would have to be
there's a-
really good. It was not. It was a 9. It was a 9.
Okay. Yeah, not good enough. I'm sure you hear that a lot, Sam, but in this scenario.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're so bad at sleeping.
Yeah, man, you're the worst. You're a
You
sleeper.
roll around.
It's more of a
and
problem for you, but we make
elbow
fun of you about it. Yeah, so yeah, you don't hear this. Anyway, is there anything else you guys wanted to say?
Oh man. You know, if you ever wanna make a call, you know, I got your back. I get tired, so and
Yeah.
I trust you, and you're smart, and you know, if you have the charisma to convince an entire city that you're a religious leader, Tech,
Me.
it says a lot.
Yeah. You know, I feel like most of you have been a good influence. Most of the time. We get a little crazy, but much better than the situation I was
Yeah.
in.
You should tell us about that sometime.
Yeah, we could talk about it on our way to Carousel.
Yeah. Assuming shit doesn't get really, really weird.
Oh, it will, but
I
we'll have
know.
time to talk.
Yeah, it will. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna find a spot.
Okay. Stay close to the fire. Stay warm.
Oh, yeah, I'll be good. Thanks, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just go over and what's the terrain like? Is it like I'm thinking
Rocky.
like desert, like sage, lots of rocks.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay,
it's definitely like Star Wars, like the original one, you know, and then
Tatooine.
but like specifically when they were in that canyon and the Raiders almost got Luke, you know, but Obi-Wan shows up with his weird sound.
Okay.
They run away for some reason.
It's the sound of a crate dragon.
Nice.
Cool.
Fuck you, by the way, Joe.
So yeah, I'm just gonna take out my my hotel robe and bunch it all up and make it a pillow and just find a flat spot to sleep and lay down.
All right. Cool. Yeah, and you sleep great. Tack, on the other hand, you go to take your. I'm like scared to have you
My
guys keep
post?
taking turns because how long every transition's gonna be.
Don't worry.
Okay. Tack, you go to sit for your watch, your turn on the watch, and it is decent. I don't know. It's somewhat far away, maybe like 60 feet from where you guys set up camp. But the other torch that's in front of that tunnel lights up, like on its own. Like you just watch it and just start like its flame.
Sit there and I whisper to myself,
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Can Ong see anything?
That is not good.
Yeah, let's do a roll for Ong. Probably though.
19.
Yeah, so Ong sees that. I don't know how telepathic conversation works when you're sleeping.
Well, he can like scream out and they can hear him now, right? Or how does that work?
I love that this thing I did for RP you're using against me strategically. Yeah, I guess he can hear you now. Well, I mean, it's a bird too, so even if it was just loud bird sounds, I guess that's the same thing.
What does he see?
Yeah, he sees like a little, like he's in the distance flying above. I imagine just circling around the perimeter. But yeah, sees like this flame light up that which looks like a little dot in the distance.
That's what he does to attack.
Yeah, Tack. You just hear like, fuck you.
Tack looks up and kind of gives him a thumbs up and waves, and like he's like, I see it. And I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, just kind of stare at it. Take a few steps towards it. I'm gonna sneak while I step towards it.
Okay. Let's do a stealth roll.
19.
Cool. So, yeah, you sneak towards this thing and using your super special goblin eyes, use your goblin eyes. You're able to just like, that's like a Lord of the Rings reference. Legolas, use your elf eyes. So you, yeah.
We got it.
Okay. Tack, you use your goblin eyes and you look into this thing, man. And we can't start singing that. Dude, I mean, it doesn't look like anything to you. I mean, it just seems like a tunnel, and you can tell it's like kind of like bumpy, and then like it goes up and down a little bit, and then it seems to head up.
I'm just gonna kind of wait outside of it, but not leave, the group alone, asleep. Basically until something happens or my watch is over.
Okay, you're not going in there though.
Nah.
It's probably for the best.
I can't leave the crew.
Okay, I mean, for the rest of your like 4-hour shift, 3-hour shift, it's just a flame. This torch is just on.
Okay.
It's on like there's a switch. It's lit. All right.
It's another Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah.
What's
the Elvic word for friend?
Yeah, I guess if nothing's happening, I'll transition over to Mars, and I'll wake her up and tell her what I've seen, and tell her that Ong has seen it as well and communicated that to me, and just that there's been a light there, but nothing's happened.
Yeah.
What time of night is it now?
Oh wait, Ong was screaming to wake you guys up.
8. Oh.
But I heard it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You all can decide if you want to wake up. You hear this sound, like it bothers you, and you can decide if you want to keep sleeping or not. You do hear this.
I wake up.
I wake up.
Okay.
Mars kind of just pulls out a bow onto her arrow, not like pulled it, but has it down. What is happening? Why is that bird waking us up?
Light came on in the cave over here.
I'm gonna just try and loud whisper it to them.
I do like a little windmill kick up with my quarterstaff out and get near where Tack is.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened, but this light came on. And I didn't want to leave you asleep and unprotected or go in alone.
How much longer until dusk, do you think? Or dawn?
Can I perceive that?
Yeah, you reckon maybe 2 to 4 hours.
I reckon 2 to 4 hours.
Well, maybe we wake everybody up and get an early start in case, the light changes or, I don't know, something happens at daybreak.
Better to be safe.
I think that's great.
Yeah. So I guess we will go wake the rest of the peeps up.
Okay.
Okay, it's time to get up. We're going to leave early.
Celine Dion.
If Togu
We go
doesn't
over
wake
and
up
whisper
to
into
that,
everybody's ears.
I just want to grab his inner thigh really hard.
Oh man!
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we can right now.
Kind of sound auto-tuned, but it works.
It's dope.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get such good production quality. You must know T-Pain.
When anybody when whoever comes over to wake up Esmeralda, she puffs up. She's very nice. She's not an easy.
Oh, that was me.
Not an easy wake.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Air, just do an attack roll on Togu.
Oh, did he not wake up to Mars's attempt to?
I mean, if you only in that scenario, that's the only time you want to do that. I imagine he got up. Yeah,
Right.
He's just lagging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he woke up, then he
Okay.
woke up.
All right, he's awake. Yeah. So everyone's awake now, and you guys are able to see that this torch like lit on its own, and it's just like this flame is on there. Darrow, you know as well as Tack, but because of Ong, who's informed you, like it just it just turned it on your own, on its own.
It's a weird thing for a torch to do in a moist cave.
Yeah, well, I mean, if some sort of hero would want to go investigate it, I think we might all be better off. Idris.
Oh, were you talking about me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be manipulated by you, Dara.
I was just saying. I think it would be good.
I think we're all heroes here.
I mean, yeah, I'll go first, but I wouldn't want to take all the credit for.
While they're having this little spat, Esmeralda's like,
won't.
"Ugh, I'll go check it out, God!" And she just goes and like stomps into the cave. You know, like when you wake up and you're a little grumpy, and so you're just not afraid of anything.
Yeah,
that's how she is right now.
I'm gonna follow Esmeralda and back her up.
I like grabbed the torch out of whoever's hand it was in, and I was like, "I'll go check it out," and I'm like stomping in front of.
I'm gonna follow both of them, but I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on Idris to make him feel like he peed his pants.
Wow.
What a manipulative thought.
And I want to do it sneakily.
What do I roll?
I had to sneeze. It was bad.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, man.
Mars will take up the rear, and I'll kind of be keeping an eye out to see if anything's like following us.
What would I need to beat in order for a fully conscious individual to not think he peed his pants?
Yeah, I'm double checking because I don't think it even. I remember looking this up before and it didn't like say directly.
Probably just perception.
Like, I remember looking up whether prestidigitation can make people think they peed their pants. This was a specific one. A specific time.
So this spell literally doesn't like have a thing that says they must beat your DC or whatever. Like it's just a weird one. So it just like I think that it's not fair for it to be a perfect unbeatable spell. So yeah, I'm gonna still do a wisdom saving when you guys use it on each other at least.
Oh, like we do competing.
Well, what he's gonna do a wisdom against your spell DC.
Well, he would do a charisma saving throw. So
does it say that?
I just feel like it would take a lot in order for
That's
me
my
to
spell
think
casting
I
modifier.
peed my pants.
Hey, you never know.
I mean, you add whatever you think is best. My spell casting modifier is charisma.
So it'd make more sense to a charisma saving.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I just chose it random, but a lot of them are wisdom. I don't know. Just do charisma. I think that makes more sense with all the facts given.
I got a good old 5.
You think you peed your pants?
Cool.
I mean, as far as you understand, you just peed your pants.
Sweet. Oh, I should have gone. Oh well. And I just want to cast Elemental Attunement to dry my pants.
They're dry. They're just
cool
in the wind. You know?
Oh, yeah, fucking nailed it.
Nailed those pee pants.
Since I'm taking up the rear, could I roll a perception check to make sure nothing's like following us or anything like that?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, wow, that'd be
Let's
bad.
do it, man.
An 8.
I've got Togu with me.
You look around, you're like, nothing. You're like, what's that? And it's just Ong in the air, and you're like, oh.
Oh. Hello, buddy. All right, onward.
It doesn't have any other words except fuck you, and the joke's gotten old, so I don't know if I need to keep doing it or
No,
not.
I love that joke.
Let's just keep doing it. Okay, so yeah, you guys are now, sitting at the base or the entrance of this tunnel. It seems to have legs that just go on forever. This sucker's just a big tunnel. I just wanted to sneak that in somehow and say that.
Real ass on it.
Yeah, this. Now I say this is kind of an inside joke, so it doesn't matter. This isn't a normal sentence. I say anyway. So you look into this thing, and yeah, I mean it goes dark pretty quickly. No further lights inside the tunnel, but yeah, you guys can see that eventually it does start to go upwards.
I asked. I turned to Tack. I'm like, Tack. Every time you've taken this path in the past, do you remember anything like this?
No, but the way we timed it, we always camped further down the canyon. So we always just went right past here.
Okay, that makes sense.
So not much help.
Yep.
That's our
I'm just
conversation.
standing at
Okay,
the,
what would
I'm
you guys
just
like to
standing
do
at
then?
I'm standing in front of all of them with the torch, and I'm just looking into the darkness like, what was such a big deal? Why did we all have to wake up for this?
Well, you see the torch in there that's on? That came on by itself when I was here.
Could we just get up and start moving to Carousel? We don't have to go through this cave, do we?
No.
Oh
No.
yeah, let's just make a move, roll up. Get to Carousel early, maybe we can find an inn, when we meet up with Tormentor, and we can continue to rest and such.
Yeah, I can...
Oh yeah, well, you just go get some sleep later. Oh, that's fine.
It'll be worth it, we can have a mimosa or something before.
That
so
sounds
close,
nice,
Esmeralda,
thank you.
please.
Thank you. She just starts silently crying. She loves sleep.
Wait,
Guys, she loves
did she did she not get her long rest?
I mean, she did, but is that
I don't think
enough?
any of us got a long rest.
Well, I just want to point out that if Kat would have let me finish singing, if it was a short rest, y'all would have gotten extra shit. So just pointing that out there.
I'm pretty sure we all got
a short
rest.
You all got a short rest, except maybe Aerodress. I don't know.
Short
I'll
rest,
give you a
but-
short
I mean-
rest as well.
Hey, I sang.
Yeah, I
I
think,
got it. I'm good. I got a long rest. I'm good.
But
I
was
sang.
it a funny bit? But was it funny?
Also,
Yeah,
it's
I'll
really
take
good
a-
to see you guys again.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you're loading. It's working
You're
now.
back.
I'll take up the rear with Mars as
Oh,
we're
he's frozen
leaving,
again.
and like have my crossbow out still as to like be the guards from the back, so we can shoot anything. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah.
hang out with Tack and make sure the rear is secure.
All of us are in the rear.
Everybody's in the back.
Esmeralda and Celine are just like up front, and Esmeralda's like sloped over Celine, and like half-assedly like, I'm doing the front part and it's good. I'm doing the front part and it's fine.
As Esmeralda,
What?
do you want to maybe take a nap on top of Celine, and I can just walk her, as we head down the canyon?
She heard take a nap on Celine and she went out.
Cool. So yeah, I just want to take like Celine's reins and just like be walking as Esmeralda is passed out.
Oh, I give you like some seaweed sugar cubes to give to Celine.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like open-handed, like, here you go.
Yes, open-handed, very important. She's like a ton of hands tall. She's
Drink.
She's a lot of hands tall. You measure horses in hands, by the way. I just wanted to. That's the only horse I have, so I wanted to show it off.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Ah.
She's at least like, I don't know what's a good hand.
But everybody's hands are
She's
different.
at least 20. She's at least 20 hands tall. Is that a lot?
Also, really quick, before we get too far away from the cave, I want Ong to go explore inside the cave and report back on what's in there.
It's gonna like trigger the trap. We can't hear you, Austin. Townend.
Yeah, that's my bad. How far can it go away from you?
Ong can go. That's a really good fucking question that I never even thought about.
I just don't remember. I don't remember the term to search
30,
for.
60, or 120 probably.
Yeah, find familiar. So, 100 feet of you, I can communicate with it telepathically.
How far?
Within 100 feet.
Okay. You can only communicate, but it could continue going away from you.
Yeah.
Or any, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, word. So, okay, it heads into that. It explains to you that pretty quickly it hits like a fork, where it either goes left or right. Where does it decide to go?
Left.
Why did that sound like a puddle? Like you have
It's
a bowl
my
of water.
it's my
that you're-
chonky friend.
Okay. Yeah, it's going which direction? Sorry.
What is it? Left.
Left. Great. So it goes left, and at some point it stops going up and it like levels out and starts going down again. And it's at this point that it reaches its distance to communicate with you. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Did it say that it saw anything before it kind of like got to that point, or?
The only thing that it would have communicated would be that it started to get kind of like the walls seem kind of slimy.
You guys, it's really slimy down there, so I just want to let you know that. I hope you're all having a great day.
Thanks,
Yep.
Eritreus. I'm
Feeling
glad we
pretty
didn't go.
okay.
Oh, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So you guys
Probably
are
a mountain
leaving.
monster.
Love it.
Something spooky.
Yeah. You guys are just playing safe today. I like it.
I like how we
It
were like,
started
do
by
we have a
jumping off a
map
cliff.
before we
You
go
did.
anywhere? Do we have a map?
Yeah.
We don't have a map. Okay.
That was like safety first. Yeah, that's
It
the
took
only
us
thing that's
an hour to
interesting.
figure out what path to go down.
I know. I
And
know.
then it took us an hour to
and then the
fall down a
path we-
cliff.
Yeah, and then the path we chose, let's jump off this cliff real quick.
Let's do it the fast way. Let's go the fast way.
We all
the
just
fast
follow
way.
to Eridris. We're like, oh, he jumped. Okay.
Jeez.
There's
All right.
a full path leading to the left, or we can jump off this cliff to the right. Fuck that path. Cliff it is.
Darrow. Eventually, as you guys continue walking, it sounds like you guys are leaving, right? Like you're heading towards Carousel. You're starting the day early.
Mm-hmm.
Is that understood? Okay. Darrow, eventually Ong does come back to you.
Okay.
And it just lands, on the disc somewhere.
Okay. On happy late birthday. I'm glad to see that you're not dead. Where you been, buddy?
You just hear, screw you!
Okay. Do you want to be any more descriptive than that, or?
Balls!
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you've had a good time. I hope you're safe and sound. Would you do me a favor? And I'm not asking, I'm telling, but go ride on Adris's shoulder for a little bit.
The bird's like, screw you! And then it does what you say, and you watch as it flies over and lands on Tack's shoulder.
Adris.
It lands on Tack's shoulder.
I command it to go to Adris.
And it looks at you confused, like it's trying to do your command. And then it goes and lands on Togu's shoulder.
Okay, I want to spin again on it. So I just say, everyone now look away really quick. I don't want you to see this. Tack, close your eyes, okay? And then I want to implode Ong as my celestial fey being. I just want to
Oh my
just turn him
God.
inside out and disappear him into nothing.
Holy shit. Okay.
Because I don't trust him.
As this thing. All right. Yeah, it splatters. And yeah, there's some like blood and from the explosion and some other things.
Great.
Yeah. it's
Sorry,
gross.
Tack. I use prestidigitation to pretend to clean him up. Love you, buddy. Glad you're safe.
Darrow,
what just
you
happened?
notice in the bloody mess a very, very, very small termite-like worm thing.
Is it Aspel? Out of character.
No, it's not. Like a slug. Let's go with the slug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you all see that weird little worm friend, or is it just me? I guess it's just me. Idris?
Dude, so I mean, I figure I'm like at the front of the group walking, and I guess I just like turn to look.
Yeah, and you see a nasty mess that Darrow made with the sacrifice of his bird. But
I'm just
also,
like, let's do this way.
it's like a worm like this long.
That tracks. Yeah, looks like Ong ate a worm. That's weird for a bird.
Yeah, well, you can't ever trust him. I don't know. He wasn't doing what I told him, you know? And if you don't do what I told you, then fuck you, right?
Wait, hold
what I
on.
always say.
Dara, your familiar wasn't doing what you told it to?
Yeah, it was super weird. I really didn't understand it, but that's why I turned him inside out and got a little bit of poopy blood on Tack, and I feel kind of bad about it, but Tack's okay.
It was poop mixed with blood.
Well, I'm glad we had that talk.
You guys are really looking into this scenario well. Anyway, all right, great. So,
I guess I want to pick up the worm and put it in like a bottle and say, Esmeralda, I'm not trying to be like whatever, but like, do you want a worm? You don't like worms?
What? What am I, a fucking trout?
I don't know. I was asking. You can say no.
Of course I like worms, so give it to me. And I take it.
Okay, I give it to her.
And I just hold it and I...
Trout.
okay, you have this little tiny worm thing.
Cool. I want to look at it.
I literally forgot you were a fish until like 3 seconds ago.
Thanks! Wow. I want to look at it. Can I look closer at this tiny worm?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Okay.
well, what role would you like to make? What are you doing? You just want to look at it?
Oh, well, what's my biggest role? I guess athletics is my biggest role. Can I do a No, I'm just kidding. Oh, animal handling, I have like a +4 too.
Okay. So you want to like communicate or tame or?
I just want to look at it and see what it is, like get its full picture. So.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
You could do like a history check if you know anything about worms. You could do a perception roll and try and figure it out just by staring at it. Like, what is this thing?
I'll do a history check. I'm pretty good.
Okay.
History. Well, that's gonna be a 7.
7. Yeah, you're like.
I don't
this
have
is,
that good history.
Yeah, to you looking at this, you're like, that's a fucking maggot. It's gross.
So as
Oh, okay.
yeah, as she's looking at it, I'm just like imagining us just kind of continuing walking.
Yeah.
And this is all happening as we're walking, and like I'm just still facing forward. I'm like, it could be a god, a really evil god. But that's all I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna look at everyone. I'm gonna look at it in stunned silence, and I'm gonna be like, "It's a fucking maggot."
Do I detect
not
any
worm.
magic on it?
Do you?
Based on that roll, I don't.
I'm gonna just like give it back to Darrow. I'm just gonna be like, "Ding, can you hold it? Thank you, thank you." And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna, thank you. No, I
Yeah.
love it.
I want to take it, and I'm really sketched out about it. But I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna put it inside of one of the. I'm gonna put it inside of the flesh, the cylinder flesh thing, and put it back into my
Whoa.
satchel.
Okay.
The flesh thing. So
Yeah, the
this
flesh tube.
This is the thing. Yeah, the flesh tube. This is the thing that you use as a you concentrate on for your spells and stuff. And
Yeah, yep.
I forget the term.
It
for
is
that.
my spell focus.
Spell
Yep.
focus. Cool.
Spell casting focus.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. So you put the maggot in there. As we all know with all flesh tubes, it's easy to get in, hard to get out, and the maggot's trapped in there. I guess it's a container.
Cool.
Wait, hold on.
No, we don't need a whole
Josh
lot.
found it?
I feed the
I just
roasted
wanna-
scorpion to Steve. For the
Okay.
record.
All right. And
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to talk about that. So.
we will. And Esmeralda, well, you all noticed this, but Esmeralda, you see that the sun is just barely starting to break over the ridges, the top of this canyon. And for a second, you just have this I don't know, like this vision, this experience, almost like you're dreaming while you're awake as the sun hits your face. And you just have this thought of just stress and anxiety comes over you, where you're just thinking of prom and how it could go horribly, how it's not set up yet, how you still have so many things you need to plan, you don't even have a venue, you don't know what's going on, and you just imagine prom going horribly, and at the end, like this death row inmate just shows up and like starts killing everybody. I mean, it's like a horrible. You're like, oh, it's like the worst thing that your teenage brain can imagine. Like, this is the worst prom ever. And right when the sun comes up and you open your eyes again, or like you come back to it, you're like, prom's in 3 days. And with that, we're
Okay.
gonna go on break. We'll see you guys soon.
Oh.
We're gonna take a 5-10 minute break, and we'll see you guys in a bit. So appreciate you. Bye bye. All right, and we are back. Thanks for waiting, guys. We had some very important stuff to talk about. Took a little longer than normal, but it was worth it because we got a crazy ending to this session for you. But I didn't warn them, but, you know, I feel like, Kat, you're really good at explaining some of the things going on in the world, and one of those things, I think, is at Dice Envy, so...
Yes. Well, thank you for one. I am good at explaining things in the world. Have you guys heard of sports? Super Bowl. What? Okay, let's talk about something we all can get behind, though. In days.
I feel like that voice caught you off guard.
Nice. Dice have become my new favorite thing to get people for gifts and stuff. That's literally like, I got people candles from A Few Burnt Hairs, and I got people dice from Dice Envy, and that's it for Christmas. And let me tell you, I got praise all around. But that's also because I just hang out with cool people. So if you want to hang out with cool people, or if you just want to get praise from people that you love who are super cool, you gotta go get yourself some dice at diceenvy.com. And these are my favorite ones right now because they just roll so well. It's the rose gold metal ones. They're heavy, they're sharp. Yeah, Taylor has the same ones. They're so freaking cool. I have like so many dice. Getting dice from Dice Envy like feels such a bare necessity of like addiction that I now have, where I just look at dice and I buy them and I love them And if you want to also love things that you buy, and if you also want to buy things for people that you love, go to DiceNV /the Bottlecap Brigade, and you support a really cool business, and you support us, and that's really cool. And then you can always roll nat 20s and be super fucking cool, like us. Did I say cool enough? Was that cool enough?
It was pretty cool.
Nailed it.
And well, now that we can cool down this situation and dive back into the story, but thank you. That was amazing.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, guys. Well, let's kill that freaking song and let's do this thing. So, Kat, you had just had this revelation that with the dawning of the new day, it is now 3 days until prom. You have still yet to plan some things.
Esmeralda just starts screaming.
So the sun comes up and you guys just see Kat screaming.
I draw my weapon and like start looking around like she saw something. Like what is it? What is
you
what?
hurt.
Same.
Yeah.
I
attack us.
wish I was hurt. I wish I was dead. I wish I was dead.
Oh my gosh, why? What's happened?
Prom is in 3 days, you guys, and we haven't done shit. Ah!
Wait, only 3 days? I thought we had another like 4 months.
I turn around and I slap Eridris before he says anything else.
Darrow says, "Oh shit, bitch."
I slapped Darrow.
I say harder next
Okay.
time.
We need to get to where I live now, because I was about to say home, but everybody's home is different. So we need to get to where I live now. And I'm just freaking out. And then I just like hug Celine and I just kind of hyperventilate. And I'm like, hey, go home now, prom. Prom 3 days. Go home now. What's the theme? So she's just freaking out. I'm just freaking out.
Aaron, just while you like got into battle stance and you have this, this conversation with Esmeralda, while you're still holding that, you guys start to feel this like shaking, as all these like rocks, these piles of rocks on the side of the cavern, like are slowly like landfalling, but it's not enough like it's a problem, but it's just like they're coming down. You can tell that there's movement happening, and suddenly, right in front of you guys, you watch as the cavern, sorry, I keep calling it that, the canyon wall, like busts open as this massive adult purple worm just blazes through and breaks into the other side of the canyon wall. And you just watch as it's massive, trying to think how big these things are, they're huge. I don't know, it leaves a 10-foot in diameter tunnel in its wake. That's basically the best way I could phrase that to you.
Jesus.
And you just see it go across.
I look and I'm like, well, we took the safe way. Shall we run?
Thank you.
I think we should run.
I'm fucking
very
out of here.
fast.
And I want to hop on my disc and say, "Tack, hop up."
Jump onto the disc? I don't know. Is that what you were wanting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to zip away.
I slap Celine, hit on hit go.
Okay.
Do a
Let's-
horse thing, I say.
Can I have everyone roll initiative?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's a good initiative roll.
I got a 13.
Good with that. Let's see.
Okay, sorry. So
that's
Darrow got a
six.
13.
Indeed.
All right. Oh, okay. You got a 7. I gotta rearrange you. You guys, what keeps happening is either Taylor gets kicked off, and then right after Miranda gets kicked off. So you guys keep flip flopping on who you are and the thing.
Oh yeah, it says
I'm glad your internet's doing better right now, though, Miranda. I'm really proud of you.
Taylor's gonna get kicked off in a second, so I'm not gonna rearrange you guys.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
close
an
enough.
endless cycle.
The viewers get it. If you're this far into the fucking stream, you either don't give a shit, you're drunk, or you know. You know what I mean?
Or you know. Tack.
18.
Okay. Esmeralda.
6.
Did you say 6?
Super cool. Yeah, I did say 6.
It sounded like you just said dicks, and I was like, that's not a number. That's a maximum of 3 at best. I don't know.
She's still trying to figure out
4,
themes for
5,
prom.
6, 7.
I'm still just mumbling themes for
I mean, I feel like that's canon now, right? Like anytime you roll a 6, you say, I got a dick.
6 is for
dick.
dicks.
I got a dick.
I got a
6
dick.
is for dicks.
Aaron,
Seven
just
is for
Does
head.
Celine get?
I got a 5.
You move faster. If we were to do like movement, I would give you more of it at this moment. Aaron just got a 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then who didn't I? Oh, Darrow. Oh, no, I got Darrow, Tack, Mars, Esmeralda, Aaron. Togu, sorry.
Can
Can you say that again, brother?
13. Sorry.
Okay.
Nice.
Darrow, you guys get to decide. You tied, so. Do you want to go before Togu or not?
Darrow goes first.
Okay. All right. Darrow, what would you like to do?
So what am I like faced with? What is in front of me?
So this thing just had barreled through, right? And it's creating this like 10-foot diameter hole as it passes through the walls of this canyon. And you guys are like have to stop for a second because it takes so long for this to pass through. I mean, it feels like a whole train. And eventually you see it's at the end of it and its tail go through the other side and disappears, further in there.
Is this the same type of bug that we saw in the sand castle or whatever? From sessions before.
You did see some scary stuff, but this is a very famous and frightening entity called a purple worm. They're the biggest, scariest worms on the planet.
What's its intelligence?
But we haven't seen them yet, and
you've not seen it. Its intelligence is not great.
All right. Well, so I'm just gonna say, yes, I think we better get the fuck out of here. So I can't see it. Is it within is it within any sort of radius of me, or is it just kind of fucked off at this point?
Yeah, you're not sure.
Okay. Then I'd like to get out my plants and as an action burn them to summon Klaxon Klaxoff.
Oh my god. Wait, I thought they weren't mature yet, right? How long do we have till we can use these again?
It's been 8 sessions now.
It's been a long time.
What did it even say? Like it's gonna, I think we said it's gonna take a couple weeks. How many days have we actually had in game?
Yeah, I could only use them once per week, which I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I feel like it's been a week.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a long fucking time, but I mean, you're the DM. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So, I don't know why you would bring Klaxon to this deathly scenario,
You could transport them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's gonna show up and immediately get eaten.
I would not be her her buddy
It's
if I
gonna
just
be
showed up
like Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea or whatever.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Shark ate me.
Beautiful reference. Oh my god. Can we take? Wow. I mean, I had the last holiday with Queen Latifah earlier, but that was
pretty good.
Oh god, I love that reference. It was beautiful. Thank you. I'm gonna fall asleep so nice tonight.
Okay, so
I gotta call my mom.
You Dude, yeah, so you do that. You light the incense or whatever it is, the dried plants, I think of some sort, and it immediately, you start to feel the rumbling again of this earthworm. And you're like, this isn't good. And you're like, why isn't this working? Like, you feel like you're about to die. And it's at that moment where you realize that the rumbling is actually the arrival of the exotic and majestic cart of Klaxon Klaxoff, as she literally comes through the wall, like phasing through like one of the canyon walls and landing, like coming to like a and stopping. And the door opens, and I'm just gonna clarify this. Klaxon, although you arrive, you do not always know why of which you have arrived, other than that you were summoned. So enjoy being two characters that are not your character. And
so with my movement speed, I wanna sprint into the caravan and just say, Klaxon, get us the fuck out of here. Get everyone on here. It's a very dangerous, very bad situation. I don't have enough time to explain. We're going to a different town. Adris will tell you because he's smarter than me. And we got to get the fuck out of here. There's a worm. It's going to eat us. Or you can kill the worm. You're really strong. Oh no.
Suddenly
Can I
here.
Oh, you're back.
You're back.
What did you say?
Okay.
Me?
Say that again.
Oh fuck! What did I even say? Everybody, get inside. You can explain it to me now. Let's just get the fuck out of here. I don't feel like fighting a worm. Is that what you said? That
Yes,
does not sound
worm.
Appeasing right now. I am literally in the middle of a nap. Come on.
Okay, I'm getting on, but don't forget to give me a stamp on my stamp card. That'll be 8 stamps.
Can Celine fit in this cart, or should I try and?
Yes, you see, and she like expands the doorway a little bit, and when you walk in, you realize it's like a mansion sort of situation. So it looks like a little cart with a doorway, but it's like a secret.
It's very
Yeah,
magical.
get Celine in there.
Okay, hold on. Before you guys start saying stuff, we're still in initiative, so there is a turn order here. But you guys can still talk if you want, I guess.
Okay. I just whispered to Celine, it's a secret.
Alright, great. That was... Daryl went first for some reason, even though I think it was supposed to be Tack. Tack, what would you like to do?
Tack is going to yell at everyone. Looks like we're getting out of here, Klaxon, so jump the fuck in.
Jack, where are we going? Do you know what town we're going to?
Carousel.
Okay, Carousel. I got it.
Klaxon, we're going to Carousel.
Copy that. Is everybody in? I'm not a fan of worms. Let's get out.
Tack's gonna help lead Celine Dion into the carriage.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Wait, it's not my turn yet.
No, it's not. It's Togu's turn next in
but you're
Mars,
on it.
but I want to, you're gonna lead it, so I'm gonna say that you're like, let's do an animal handling.
You know what? That's probably a good call. 10.
Okay. It's not in a hurry, this horse.
Here, lead it over this way with some jerky. I just made a new batch.
We are unfortunately at initiative.
I'm just still holding.
So, it's Togu's turn. Mars, you're afterward.
Togu just wants to go. How far is Mars away from each other?
You guys are near each other. I would say within 5 feet.
Cool. I just want to go and I want to grab Mars's hand and say, "Come on!" And then I want to follow Darrow and try and bring. Like, I'm not trying to pull Mars, but I'm trying to coerce her into following me to follow Darrow.
Okay. Mars, do you want to? You're up next, so
She'll totally
that's
follow.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Klaxon I see? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen her. And I'll start running.
I'm now realizing that maybe there's a slight difference in how they sound. maybe they're the same. Time will tell. All right, cool. So you go with Togu. Esmeralda, it's your turn. Airjus, you afterwards.
Okay, I wanna like snap out of my prom haze and kick Celine Dion into gear, and then just like scoop Tack up as like I'm riding up. Because like Tack is like leading Celine, and I'm just like, you know what? Wah! And then like I scoop Tack up, and we run it.
Nice.
So I know this. This isn't a very ladylike. No, that's not the term. This is something you don't ask a lady, as far as I understand. But how much does your fish body weigh?
God, I mean, she's good weight.
She's a good weight. You got like
her
thick muscular thighs.
Yeah, if like the thighs each, are good thighs, they probably weigh about 30 pounds each, and then but it's a fish body, so it's hollow bones. And I'm gonna say 120 to 30, which seems small, but
okay.
It's good fish body. I don't know. She's been in the water her whole life. I really got into thinking about this.
You were not prepared for that question.
I was not.
Yeah, think about that. You're like, I don't want to be too heavy, but I don't want to lie. Okay, so
you throw prom at me. You throw how much do you weigh at me? What do you want me to say?
This is a horrible day. All right, so Tack, you're being picked up, and Esmeralda, I'm not going to say you're encumbered, but you're very close. But you're able to carry Tack and continue at normal speed.
Okay. Come here, little baby.
Yeah, you just grab him. He just goes. Airjus, what would you like to do?
I think don't make this weird.
Is there? I mean, there's plenty of room in Klaxon's carriage, right? Or
totally.
Cart or whatever it is. Cool.
Yeah.
And whenever the worm busted out of the wall, is the worm on our left or right?
When you're looking, yeah, your left. If
Okay,
you're going towards, the same direction you guys have been going since you left. Yeah.
I just want. So I want to look over that direction. I'm like elemental attunement, and I want to make the wall on that side, but a safe distance from us, crumble. Just because I can make kind of an earth. Let's see. It just moves for a minute. I just want to make it move a little bit in an attempt to try to bait the worm into a specific spot, a safe distance away from us.
Okay. Yeah. So the tunnel that it created as it went on the left side.
Right. So
Yeah.
so I want to
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want it to pop out near us. I want it to pop out over there. So I'm making the wall rumble a bit over there, and then I and then I Naruto run into
Okay. Yeah, and
Klaxon's cart.
You watch that tunnel that it created start to tumble and crash and gets filled again with rubble. And yeah, you make it into there. Klaxon, Airjus is the last person to get into your cart. And as you start to close the door to leave, you hear this rumbling again. And you stop and you look out to see what it is. And you literally start to see, as this worm starts to break through, this massive worm that could eat the entire cart that you have, start to come through towards your cart. What would you like to do?
I'd like to transport us immediately.
Yeah, right.
Oh, did I freeze?
No, you didn't. I just had to think about that for a minute. So,
You told us at one point that Klaxon was one of 3 wizards in Magna who was the most powerful 3 wizards ever.
Yeah.
So she has the power to like blink us in and out. I'm not just trying to throw shit out there.
No, I'm not worried about how that works. I'm worried about how I want to do this scene.
Okay.
So, yeah, absolutely. Oh no, damn it, Taylor.
Everybody hold on to your lunches, but don't worry, I have more Klaxon Lunchables in the back. But hold on, this might make you a little queasy.
Okay, so Mars, you start to close, Klaxon, you start to close the door. As you can tell, this thing is like starting to take over. So it starts to rumble a little bit as the cart fails its save and starts to be eaten by this huge purple worm. And you guys can just like, it's almost like you're starting to see this like mucus like drip in. It's like this acidic mucus that resides inside this worm. And Klaxon closes the door and like starts to do her thing. What does that look like when you activate your spells, Klaxon?
She kind of like kind of pushes her like hand through her like antler horns and kind of extends them out a little bit. Her eyes go like a solid green color, and she just channels this like ethereal sort of like green sparkly magic, and then just kind of like creates a ball with her hands and then shuts up a small pocket within both of her palms, and then it poof, expands back out. So kind of like big supernovas on itself.
Right on. All right, so you do that, and like this like orb takes over the whole cart, and you just like it's like shh, as it like disappears into nothing, and very quickly you guys were trying to transport to Carousel.
Carousel. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very quickly you notice that you're in a very, very different place. As all the noise settles, the rumbling, all of this crazy mayhem that's happening outside the cart settles, and the last of the mucus like drips through, and some of it like lands on you guys, and it's like super gross. And you shake off this nasty mucus. And would any of you guys want to look outside?
Yes.
Those worms startled me a bit. I'm sorry I might not have been on target. I'm not sure where we would have landed.
To be honest, Klaxon, I'm just glad you were willing to come over here, literally, and have no idea what you were getting yourself into, and still be willing to help us out. So thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a good friend.
I gave Darrow those sticks. Maybe I should have rethink that a little bit, put on a time limit on it so I don't get interrupted while I'm sleeping, but I'm happy to help the Bottlecap Brigade at all expenses.
You're awesome. Would you like to give me those punches? And I'll give you some gold for your trouble.
Oh, no need for the gold. You save your money, young lad. This old lady does not need any more money.
How about
let me give you some stamps.
How about if I give you a little bit of almond flour to wet your whistle? Would you like that?
I love wetting my whistle with almond flour.
You want to do a line with me really quick?
2 other people in the world that I know loves that. Yes.
I'd like to dump out 2 points of almond flour on. I'd like to just put out my the thing in my thumb and just be like,
yeah, let's take a bump.
Get a Klaxon. And do a bump of almond flour with Klaxon.
I was quite the young ripe tiefling last time I did that. It's been a minute.
Gets ya.
No, thank you. Right. I look out the window. I want to look out the window.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
You guys look out let's say there's 3 little windows in this fun cart thing in your mansion. And when you bless you.
Blesses you.
Blessings.
Blessings of Yahweh upon thee. So, Yahweh, Yar, no. So this is what's happening.
What is happening?
You guys look out these little windows, and you see a lot of blood. It's like just blood everywhere all over the ground.
Hot.
And it's also kind of dark
On the
outside.
windows too?
It's like even the sky seems to have some sort of reddish glow.
Can I get out of the cart?
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, not with
She's
the
in
horse.
character.
I'm gonna.
Can I get out of the cart?
Can I leave?
Do be
No,
careful.
I just
Do be
wanna-
careful.
I was out of character. I want to leave Celine though. I just want to be like. I kind of want to not tell everybody. They seem to be having a good time, so I just kind of want I'm very distracted. Like, what the fuck? And then I want to get out.
Yeah, I back her up.
Okay. So, are you guys going outside, or just Esmeralda or just?
I'll go with him.
You tell me where we landed.
Okay. I asked that just to give you guys options. Anyway, so you guys go. You walk outside, and the first thing that you notice is that the first step that you make is in all this blood. And it's confusing at first because the blood does seem to go out and then slowly dissipate as it's just this normal kind of it's almost like a field of this yellowish grass, not very comfortable, half dead grass. And eventually the blood does stop, and you look to your left and your right, and you can see that you brought a friend with you in your journey, as this entire worm's body lays detached between where you guys are, like you had removed one whole coil cylinder of it, and there's just blood everywhere. But this almost quarter of a mile long worm is just lays dead across this. And you look over to the left, guys, and you can see that it had landed on top of the large wall of Carousel.
Okay. Can I want to if I'm the first one to see this, I just imagine that I step a heel into this moist grass, and then take a moment to see everything that happens, and then on the same heel do a quick toe spin and grab Eridris and Tack and kind of push them back into tackle them back into the cart, and then say, go now again, just really quick. Same place but different place, please, thank you. The worm is still here. And then I just want to close the door and be again, just take us someplace else, please.
What? Esmeralda,
Worm's
I think
still outside. Worm's still outside. We took a chunk out of it. I think it's still alive. Take us somewhere else, please.
I think it's dead.
Oh. And I get up and I compose myself. Yeah, cool. All right, cool.
Right? It was draped over the wall pretty dead-like, right?
I don't know. I just only saw it for a second, and I thought maybe save friends. So if you want to go check outside, that's cool. That's fine. That's totally cool. I don't care. And then I go to Celine.
I want to open the door and just do one of those cartoon things out of the door to see.
It's not like a cartoon thing. You do that every week. I love it.
It's an Eridris
No,
thing.
and he pops.
It's an Austin Bot John.
And I want to also point out it's not an Eridris does it every week. It's an Austin does it every. When we call in, and Austin's like, oh, hey, Miranda.
Yeah, he does do that, doesn't he? He's
Is Austin
I'm here.
Yep.
Yeah. Where are you? All right, Austin, Eridris, when you pop your head out there, you first see that the two suns that always, orbit around Magna, are especially red on the side of
Oh,
Magna.
we are the center of our universe.
Indeed. Yeah. Hello. Yes, I call you guys heroes. You know, what else? I mean, how could you be? Anyway, so, expanded on that joke. You're welcome. So, and so, like, the suns are way more red on this side of Magna. The sky always, on this side of Magna appears more polluted with, like, some sort of cloudy mass. And if you haven't been to any northern Magna, or part of Magna, then you're discovering this for the first time. But if you have, I don't know, Ergis, but if you have, you're used to this. Like, this is normal on the northern side of Magna. And you see this huge city, something like this 19th century London vibe, like cobblestone walls. Everything is just, very interesting. Big blue floating lanterns, you can see are like floating along the streets inside the city, by some sort of wizard magic. There's a great stone wall that's about 60 feet tall, lines the perimeter of the entire city. And the gate seems to have this bright blue wall of electricity blocking the way. And on the side, right next to this, where this dead worm is hanging over the wall, you can see it with this red paint painted across the outside of the wall, saying, reading, "Long live the Carousel Cleaver."
Well, that's kind of weird. Well, yep, it's definitely dead, you guys. And has anyone heard of the Carousel Cleaver by chance?
Have we?
Have we?
I have not.
Can we all roll history? Or I want to. I don't know. Have any of us heard of that, DM? What's up?
No.
Yeah, and where is Carousel in Magna? Refresh my memory, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so Carousel, let's open up a map for everyone.
Now there's a map.
So, yeah, the map of Magna. So, you guys started in Farkle in Marin, which is that green country. And you made your way and avoided the Temple of Yarway and went to Carousel in Saltone, which is that pink kind of color country up there. And you went to Carousel, the capital.
I started this city map. I need to finish it.
It's in... So you went north, basically.
Yeah, so have we heard of that guy? Or the Carousel Cleaver?
No, you haven't, because you... no.
Cool.
I'm not going to say anymore.
Weird. Well, we should probably head on in there. Klaxon, you kind of want to come with us? I feel like we at least owe you a drink or something.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll come.
And it's at that moment that you realize all of the things you have to do, Klaxon.
You know,
Klaxon's like, shit, promise in 3 days. I gotta go.
You know, maybe I will stay, actually. I mean, this place is a bit of a mess. I'm doing some rebranding, some, restocking of my products. Maybe I should kind of get ready for the spring season. I don't know what season it is. You guys are still on your way to Tormentor, though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We're on our way to prom.
Also that.
Prom.
And we have to deliver this
fantastic.
letter to Mama.
It's great that you write to your mother. It's important to, keep up those relationships. I wish I wrote to my mother more, but we had a very, tumultuous relationship. Don't have to get into it.
I miss you already, Klaxon.
I miss you too, sweet Darrow. You'll have to hang out with me, and I don't know. I can teach you a couple things.
Yeah, you
I
can.
walk up to...
And I'll give you more drugs.
Okay.
Can I walk up to Klaxon and be like, "Hi, you've never met me before, but I'm Esmeralda. Nice pleasure. Cool." And then I want to go to shake her hand and then pull her in close and whisper something in her ear and then be like, "Okay, bye." Run away.
Esmeralda, good to meet you as well. Take a stamp card. I'll give you a couple stamps for stopping in my store for the first time.
I run back and I grab
Newcomer discount. And if you're having prom, you could always hire me. I can sell goods outside. It might be a good time to, get some more people into my club. I also can sell drugs for you kids.
Yes.
All right, well, I'll be seeing you guys. Mars, it was great to see you. I believe I dropped you off with Tormentor way back when. Yes, it's great to see you as well, Klaxon. We'll have to have another catch-up. Last time I was quite hungover and messy when we saw each other. You know, I feel like, you know, I puked on your rug and it was quite embarrassing.
It tied the room together.
It was not most pleasant, but yes, hopefully we'll meet again in the Feywild. I hear some shit's going down in your kingdom. Yes, it is. I need to get back. Goodbye, Klaxon.
Yeah, beautiful.
And
Okay.
scene.
I didn't even prompt her to do that. That was just what Miranda chose to do. Yeah, right on. It was a heartwarming scene. I also just want to clarify, if Klaxon wants to say this, that you know that although you could transport them to the Fey realm, right? You don't know how to make them sustain there, right? But Tormund does. So she's kind of disappeared. Anyway, I just want to make sure that's well known as like the reason to go to Tormund. All right, guys. So I feel like I've lost Miranda. I wish I get the best moments too. It's always right when we say something to her. That you guys look over, you know, as she starts to leave, and you guys get out of the cart, and you watch this thing like slowly shake, and this like orb thing like takes over, this green orb, and then, you know, takes it into nothing, disintegrates it, and you watch as Klaxon disappears again with her cart, and you guys look over to the wall, and you see that, you know, this massive worm going over this 60-foot wall. And right next to that gate that has, it's really this bright, like kind of sky blue wall of electricity. It's like a wall of electricity. You guys see perched on there, about 20 feet up the wall on this little cove that comes out, an Aarakocra guard who resembles very much a parrot.
Hey, Austin, would you
Yes.
say exactly what you said again? Like, you said you look over the wall and then everybody froze.
Oh no!
So I have no idea what happened, and I was like, I don't even.
You see a guard that's perched up on the wall, an Aarakocra.
Is it the Aarakocra?
Yeah,
Got
and
it.
very
Cool.
much
I'm
resembles
we're good.
a parrot. And with that, we're gonna end the session. Thank you guys so much. I love that Taylor made me repeat that, but it was a funny moment. It was like the best.
Can you please repeat your outro real fast?
Yeah, amazing session, guys. I wrote a lot more. I think we need Melted so that we can continue through sessions because we go faster with him for some reason, you know. Let's just bring this guy in at the important stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always, we just want to remind you, go get some dice at diceenvy.com/the-Bottlecap Brigade. You can go to Patreon and support us, or you can do that on Twitch. Check us out on YouTube if you can't watch it. You can always rewatch it there later. It lasts a lot longer than on Twitch. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye!